Everybody get up, it's the party song. Everybody get up, it's a party song.
Morning show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait,
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy clip, Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome to the show. It's the Wednesday edition, Wednesday, March 16th, 2022. Thanks for being along for the ride. That is Sean and Mike on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. We have big plans. Big plans. We have an interview coming up at 7:25 a.m. today. It's the first time in GMS history that GSM joins us. Graham Matthews from Wrestle Rant will be here. Basically, I'm gonna say hi, Graham. Tell us about WWE 2K22, and then Mike and Graham will talk about wrestling for about 28 minutes.
Sounds good.
I know it
checks
is.
out.
Actually, today's a big wrestling day because today is also the day that on GMS After Dark we're gonna have Rich Fan on, so that's gonna be exciting. That's at
Correct.
4:45
Yeah,
today.
he's another big wrestling guy too. So it's gonna be it is 316 after all. So
Did
316 says I talk too damn much.
I was gonna say, did that like become a thing immediately with like the Steve Austin era, or was it after like Steve was not as frequent? I know he's still around.
I think it was like midway through his big run. I mean, his run was only like 6 or 7 years, so it's not like he was there forever. But yeah, his it started probably like 2000, 2001. Was when people would be like, yeah, March 16, 316. Says, I just whipped your bad word.
What was that bad word, Mike?
I'll say it on After Dark.
Heine.
Tune in to hear what the bad word is. After Dark.
I remember Steve Austin up there smashing 2 beer cans together and looking right at his opponent and saying, I'm gonna whip your bottom.
I'm going to whip your words. Sounds fair.
It's like the Monday, Wednesday snakes on the Monday, Wednesday plane. He's all dubbed over. Yeah. Cade Zaid is here. Good morning to you above Zenith as well. K-Laugh has already checked in this morning, right at the top of the
A
show.
warm welcome to our official head of research and development, K-Laugh.
Might be the earliest
About
K-Laugh's
time.
been here
Jeez.
on time in weeks.
It's true. It's ridiculous, Caleb.
Who's tracking attendance? I can't remember. I thought that was a mic job.
Yep.
My job
it's a mic
number,
word.
oh, you know what? I lost count.
I just got the Wordle, guys. It's not exciting.
You should tell everyone what it is at 6:10 in the morning. I'm sure people would be thrilled.
It's Weenus.
In general, sir.
That'd be awesome. If it was Weenus, I would lose my stuff.
You'd retire. Be
I'd
over.
be like, yes, it's Weenus. It'd be like if Shaq, if Shaq came up, like, I'm done. Well, I'm out. Toodles.
Kate Zaid, as I mentioned, is here. I am JF Downs, checked in 38 after 5 o'clock with the pre-show crew, so 2/3 of the PSC here. We'll see Scott Chick later, I'm sure. Yeah, we got Graham Matthews coming up from Wrestle Rant, as I said, at 7:25 a.m. Pacific time today. Today is also National Lips Appreciation Day.
Good job. It was good, right?
The other day, I went to a place to get my hair cut, and it was like more of a traditional barber shop. This was a place that Sean had referred me to. And the dude took his little trimmer and like made like a little line over my lip under my mustache. I've never done that. A, it was cold. B, it looked different, but that makes sense because, well, you know,
was
I
different.
had never done it before. But I could feel like my lip.
Mhm.
Because right now, if I do this, it's almost always hair.
That's the worst. I honestly hate that. Ugh.
I'm fine with it, except for when you finally do kind of start trimming and messing with it. There's always like one that kind of lingers, and then you're like this.
Yeah, it's on the side.
Yep,
Ooh,
there's always on the side.
My mustache hate is I have a couple up here that curl up sometimes, and then they like tickle your nose, and you're like, ah! That's the worst.
Believe it or not, I have nose hair. Shocker. And sometimes I get the same thing, and they go up in there. Thank you.
The worst.
And I'm like, holy cow, that nose hair is ridiculous. I'm like, oh, it's a mustache hair. Everything's fine. It's National Panda Day, National No Selfies Day, National Freedom of Information Day, Everything You Do Is Right Day. I didn't know we had that shortly after everything you thought you knew was wrong or whatever.
Turns out it's all right. Go figure.
That's happening today. National Artichoke Hearts Day, National Curl Crush Day, National Vaccination Day, and Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
That was really
Checks out.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. Sorry. That's better.
One of the
So
best.
do we have to go get cans of Crush soda and curl them today? Is that what that means?
No. You
Curl.
have to.
Curl the Crush.
What? That's. No.
Nice.
You gotta go crush curls. Or something.
No, I think. See, Ryan's curling the. Well, that's not crush.
That's some.
It's
that's
crush
sun-
adjacent.
That's different.
Crush adjacent.
Yes.
National Sunkissed Curl Day is it's in August.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite days in August. It's August 140th to match how much sodium's in a bottle of Diet Sunkissed.
That all?
That's happening. We'll check in with Look It's Myco coming up in just a little bit. There's a medical student who has a Bluetooth device implanted inside. We'll tell you where this thing is. That's coming up. We also have the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, and birthdays this hour. So stick around. We do have someone who's from the audience, former guest of one of our GMS programs, having a birthday today. So we'll tell you about that coming up in just a little bit as well. We are a morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. And we are asking you today, daylight savings time is in the news again because apparently the U.S. Senate has a measure that it has approved to make the change permanent. So wherever we are right now, it would never go back. Ever. It has to get through the House and would have to be signed by President Joe Biden. Do you like daylight savings time changes? That is what we're asking you. Already Groggy or Die, good morning on to you, has said, I hate time changes. Ridiculous. Zenith says, just the worst. Same with Foxman. So where do you stand? Do you dislike or like the daylight savings time changes?
Does anyone like them? Because I hear people complain about, like, there's lots of people that dislike them, and then I'm sure, like, I kind of fall into the category that, like, I'm not a huge fan, but there are worse things I have to deal with. But I've never heard anyone that's like, man, I love time changes. It's so convenient. Because it's so disruptive going either way. This is the preferred way, obviously, because we get more daylight, and that's nice. So I'm on board with this.
I like the extra hour of sleep, but that's about where it ends. Yeah, I like it being lighter later. It gives you a chance to do stuff
And things.
and things, and it doesn't get dark early, and that's good. I'm torn by this whole thing though because of political things, but I won't get into that. But yeah, I think we should do away with it or keep it. Which one is it? Keep it?
Sure.
Right?
No one really knows. That's exactly your point.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everyone notices it when it happens. I will tell you that I have just recently discovered my least favorite part of daylight savings time, and that is the fact that we are now for 2 weeks different with our show's time in the UK. That's really frustrating. Like, to have that change, that's the only time I've really felt super inconvenienced by daylight savings time. So it doesn't really affect me. I'm kind of with Sean, where it's like, oh, that's this weekend. Okay. Even the fact that most of my clocks change automatically now. Like,
Yeah. I feel like that's more annoying than it used to be too, because now 90% of my clocks change, and so the rare one that doesn't is like, well, you're never getting changed. You will be an hour off for the next 6 months.
minutes.
There's a couple of clocks where I'll figure it out in like 3 months that it didn't change, and I'll be like, worth it. No, it'll be correct again in a couple months.
I just need a yes or no from you, Mike, though, because I don't also want to dive into that this morning. I'm not ready for it. But I saw some of the information out there about this bill. Is this one of those bills that people have packed other stuff into it?
No, I don't believe so, but it's a bill that is out there that's preventing actual bills from progressing, and that's why they spend so much time talking about it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, that's all I wanted. Because I didn't have a chance to read through that part of it, and I'm like, ugh, I hate when that stuff happens. Even though it probably happens.
It also provides financial support to Mars. We send them Twinkies, mint Twinkies for the next 60 years.
Toothpaste Twinkies?
Yeah, straight to Mars. That was snuck in the bill, those pesky Martians.
No, this would be the bill that's like everyone's on board with because it's no more daylight savings time. But this is like how they sneak in the Purge rules, and this is the beginning of the Purge movie.
Oh god,
that's way too like dark. It would be something like dumb, you know? It'd be something like really dumb. Like everyone gets a free packet of Taco Bell hot sauce on Thursdays. they're already free. But now
Not
you
anymore.
can get it on Thursday.
Now they're only free on Thursday.
Yes. In related news, Taco Bell is no longer allowed you to take free sauce.
Oh my god.
I save.
So I recently left my job, and when I was cleaning out my desk, I had like an unruly amount of Taco Bell fire sauce in there. Because if I ever go to Taco Bell, I just grab like heaps of it, and then I throw it in my desk drawer. So now I have like 12 years worth of Taco Bell fire sauce. Yeah. My wife was like, "Did you have Taco Bell that often?" I was like, "No, but I have big pockets."
Each trip was efficient.
I had big pockets.
Real.
What are those? Why do you need ample pockets in your pants, Mike? Oh, well, you never know.
Fire sauce.
We need to get heaps of sauce packets from Taco Bell.
So, did you never do that? Like when you were young and in college and stuff? Maybe not Taco Bell, but like, so when I first moved out and lived with a friend, like we had no money for things, and we would. I'm not proud to say this, but our knife collection was brought to you by the Outback Steakhouse. But like we'd go to Dunkin' Donuts and I would like empty like the napkin holder, and we'd grab like handfuls of sugar, and like for about 7 months we would let other people stock our house for us. No one else do that?
When I was in school and money was tight, Chipotle was the sole supplier of our paper napkins.
Nice. Also, it used to be great when places would keep like their plastic silverware out, because then you're like, sweet, one for me, 16 for my house. You know? And now they guard that stuff with their lives.
I wonder why.
That's Chuck, the new kid's job. Guard the napkins, man. Don't just give them out.
Do you want me to wipe down the tables? No. You watch these napkins with your life. Okay, well, I can go back and like wash it. No.
Count the forks. If there is as many customers that come in, should be how many forks go away. Any more, you find them. Check their pockets.
Why are you frisking me as I leave Chipotle?
They call the police. We'd like to report a robbery. What is it? Well, they stole our plastic forks. What do we tell you about calling this number? All right? Stop calling the number.
Good moron to you, Earthling Gaming.
Top of the moron.
It's here saying my least favorite part of daylight savings time is starting work at 6 a.m. The best part is logging out an hour earlier, though. I guess it has its trade-offs. Also, Digital.Games is here. Good moron to you, Doc.
Good moron.
Digital.Games wants to see your new wheels, Mike.
They're sick, yo.
Oh no. What do they have?
Monsteritis. I'm really hoping that there's a lot more things in this rocket pack that have this theme, because I just want a monster car.
Well, have you seen the big like goal explosion towards the end of the pack?
I'm gonna have to play the game like more often.
Because if you like the monster, you're gonna like the goal explosion.
Mike, I thought you said you weren't going to pay any more money for this game.
I didn't. It was free.
Oh, you said you had enough cash.
I had accrued enough points. Yeah.
Rocket coins.
What's good is in most games that have battle passes, you have the opportunity to accrue enough points to get the next seasons. So I was lucky enough to do that. So nice.
Yeah, that I do like that. I hope that never changes, just for what it's worth. If you play the game enough each season to get the next season's thing, that would be deluxe. Never change that, please.
Yeah,
ever.
Don't
Groggy or Dias here says, my least favorite part is the fact that car wrecks and work accidents are increased as daylight savings time. I had someone hit me yesterday because they were tired.
Nah, they're just looking at you and they're like, man, that guy's gorgeous. Smash! Oh god, and that was the end of it.
All right, are you ready to see Maiko's wheels?
Wait, Sean's got them too.
All right, who's the bigger car?
Me.
Okay, so Maiko's going to be in the front, Sean's in the middle, and I've made some significant changes to my car as well.
Doubt it.
Here we go. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mike's new car.
Ba-da-ba, 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 ba-da-ba.
The all-new 20.
It's got the creepy guy on top. It's got the Ukraine flag. It's got those creepy things right there.
The all-new 2022. Look, it's Mike O mobile.
There's some really awesome things in this pack.
There's some pretty good stuff.
I'm pretty happy. Yeah. What is this car? Holy jeez. Yeah, this y'all are gonna be in for good times.
A ride like you've
I might
never
actually
imagined.
have to play this game.
Rolling hills. Some way you changed your wheels as we were on this shot.
Yeah, I found new wheels that are galaxies, and now my car's entirely space themed.
Space pants. There you go.
Space car.
All right, 626.
Out of this world.
Out of this world. In space. It's 626 West Coast time. It's 926 out east, and it is 126 for all those folks not enjoying daylight savings time in the UK. Thanks for being along for the ride.
Pluto, the best damn planet in the world.
Top of the moron to you, Superphonic.
Good moron.
Is here as well. Superphonic saying, I don't like time travel.
I mean, I wouldn't mind like legit time travel. Oh my god.
He saw it, didn't he, Sean?
There's so many amazing things.
He's so excited.
I don't have to play this freaking game though. Like,
All right.
Did you get to the goal explosion yet?
No, I've only made it to where your car looks like a monster.
You should. I think it's appropriately. It's tier 69. You should go to that real quick.
Nice. Let's get the news. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 16th, 2022, and this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We've talked a bit about Elden Ring over the last couple weeks since it's been out, and it's apparently just such an easy game that you can beat it in less than half an hour. I thought they were gonna make a hard game, but whatever. Elden Ring's been doing pretty well. It sold 12 million copies in less than 3 weeks. From Software has said that due to this success, they're planning on, quote, expanding the brand beyond the game. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. It's been out for just 20 days. It's already sold a whopping 12 million copies, making it the best-selling From Software Soulsborne game yet. In comparison, Dark Souls 3 took a couple of months to sell 3 million copies. And even years later, as of 2020, has sold only 10 million copies. Elden Ring surpassed Dark Souls 3 sales in less than 3 weeks, and that's quite a feat. A pickle feat. They've said, quote, it's astonishing to see just how many people have been playing Elden Ring. This is from the director, from Software President, CEO Hidetaka Miyazaki. He continues, I'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks on behalf of the entire development team. Elden Ring is based on a mythological story written by George Railroad Martin. We hope players enjoy a high level of freedom when adventuring through its vast world, exploring its many secrets, and facing up to its many threats. Thank you for your continued support.
Oh, wait, what? George R.R. Martin-esque? Right? Is that what you said?
No, he helped write the story.
So, but hold on. Why can't he finish his book then?
Oh, because he was busy writing a video game.
People have been waiting like 72 years for him to finish the freaking Game of Thrones.
He doesn't care. That doesn't bother him. That doesn't keep him up at night.
You know why?
The more people want it, the less he wants to do it.
Gotcha.
That's the sense I get.
All right, so everyone just shut up, and you'll get it.
The real reason is because he's been up all night playing Elden Ring. He hasn't had time.
Or this was like the new book, and then he's like, man, just use it in a video game.
He couldn't have been up that late. It's a short game, less than half an hour.
0.6 million copies a day so far.
Do you know how many times I die in a half an hour?
No.
A lot. Like on average, like 14, maybe more.
Yep. Well, with the success, expect to see lots and lots of Elden Ring tie-ins. So we'll see it all over the place now. For better or worse.
Elden Ring socks.
Elden Ring rings.
That's too easy.
Elden Ring elders.
In the next news story, sadder news than Elden Ring doing really well. EA Play has canceled their summer event, EA Play Live.
Oh no.
Yeah, Kat Bailey from IGN shares this with us. And they say in a press release, quote, we love EA Play Live as it's our way of connecting with our players and sharing what's new with all of you. However, this year, things aren't lining up to show you everything on one date. We have exciting things happening at our world-class studios, and this year we'll reveal much more about these projects when the time is right for each of them. We look forward to spending time with you throughout the year. So, no EA Play.
I was really excited to see FIFA 23, where they just showed clips of FIFA 22 with the 2 scratched out with the 3 over it. Man, it's sad.
Now you're gonna have to wait till the summer for FIFA Palooza.
Oh, I can't wait for FIFA Palooza.
EA's upcoming slate includes its usual sports lineup, brand new Dead Space remake, which is targeting 2023. Respawn is also working on multiple new Star Wars games, and then they're obviously working on a bajillion other things because EA Play, it's in all of the games.
yeah, EA Sports is in the game.
Get it?
In our last news story, we've talked a little bit about Ghostwire Tokyo, which is due out next week. And we've learned a little bit more about it thanks to Marcus Stewart of Game Informer. Turns out Ghostwire Tokyo has 6 different graphical modes. It has your usual quality mode, which is a high fidelity rendering mode with ray tracing enabled, and it's boasts a 30 frames per second limit, and a performance mode, which is a high frame rate mode designed for the smoothest gameplay, locked in at 60 frames per second. In addition to that, they have 4 separate, what they're calling high frame rate modes, with different tweaks. The first one's high frame rate quality, which is an uncapped frame rate between 30 to 50 frames per second, but similar to the quality mode, has higher fidelity rendering and ray tracing. So if you have a powerful machine, you can bump up the frame rate in the quality mode a little bit. There's also high frame rate performance mode, which is the same as performance mode, but it's an uncapped frame rate. So you go as many frames as you want. Do 69 frames per second. See if we care. And then there's 2 versions of both of those, which has VSync enabled. Both the high frame rate quality is the same, but with VSync enabled, and the high frame rate performance with VSync enabled. VSync, of course, being the technology that locks in your frame rate of your machine with your refresh rate of your monitor, so you don't get vertical tearing.
I hate when it tears. It's the worst.
Vertical tearing looks yucky.
Is there surgery for that?
Yeah, VSync.
I prefer USync or MySync. Bathroom sync.
And always last but not least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Paradise Killer, out on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One. Tunic is out on Xbox One, PC, and Mac. Spirit of the Island is out on PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game-focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Office Management 101 on PC.
That sounds horrible. Spend like 3/4 of the game looking for Charles. He was supposed to call HR a half hour ago, but he's missing now. It turns out he's pooping and watching YouTube videos.
And he's supposed to be in charge.
That's the worst.
Charles in charge.
That's the first mission. Sorry to spoil it for you guys.
Game's ruined.
Yep, game 0 out of 10 will not play again. Or ever.
That's not a simulator, though.
Doesn't say so. Just
Much
Office
better.
Management 101. I think they accidentally listed a community college course as a game.
That's why it's on the PC. Gotcha.
Yep.
It was
Really
like
distance education.
It was an intern who had 2 windows open. One was like picking courses. The other one was like putting the name out there, and he mixed them up. Whoops.
It happens.
Yeah, it's the worst. So now when you log on, you're like, wait, why do I have homework?
Why did I receive a D for this game?
I keep getting emails now from Blackboard saying your homework is late. Like, what?
It's part of the simulator.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay,
There you go. That's the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. If you missed any of it, find us on Twitter. It's the easiest place to find all of the headlines of the day, plus our name of the morning. And it becomes a name of the month if it is selected by, well, all of us, but probably Sports.Gaming. Tomorrow, there will be news about the name of the month for January. Tomorrow. 100% kind of guaranteed.
Tomorrow.
It's guaranteed-ish.
Yep.
We will say the words name of the morning tomorrow. Guaranteed. And we might even say the words giveaway.
Tomorrow, Mike recites Red Hot Chili Peppers lyrics. That's a lot of fun. Thanks for that. You can find it on our Twitter.
Hashtag GMS name of the morning.
And if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get double entries into our Name of the Month giveaway. You can find out more on our website, gms.watch. And there's an Adopt Bob tier. So if you would like to get Bob a new cushy box, especially after yesterday. There was some rumors spread that we need to shrink Bob's box because Bob's getting a little bit too confident with his box.
Yep.
So
it might be time.
So if you want to prevent that, you could do the Adopt Bob tier. Not only does Bob get a brand new box, but gets to have it debuted in an HGTV style brand new remodel video on our YouTube page, which is youtube.com/GamingMorningShow, and a portion of your monthly Patreon fee goes to an adoption-focused charity. So
Won't you adopt me?
I need you to get out of the newsroom really quick because I want to say hi to Bear Bear. There's a bear behind your curtain. You may not know he's lurking, but his name is Bear Bear McGurkin. He's a big fan of Macaulay Culkin.
Was that the end?
Do you want it to be the end? I feel like it should be the end.
Please.
Bear Bear, how'd you feel about that one? I don't know if you saw it, but he just shook his head.
Am I on a one-show suspension now? Tomorrow, Mike gets to do the Arkin of Bear Bear.
That was a good one.
McGurkin wasn't bad.
Something.
You did nice work.
Tried to be Dr. Seussian and then didn't go very well. We got birthdays this day in gaming history coming up in just a little bit. Quiet Time Gaming is here. Good moron too quiet says one show suspension.
Top of the moron.
With pay. The GMS union is a strong one. Absolutely. You got my back.
That's true.
Birthdays this day in gaming history in a little bit. Right now, it's time to see what Look It's Myco is tracking at this hour.
Oh crap! Hold on. I'm tracking some stuff. I'm tracking some dirt in the house that my wife will be mad about. Hey, welcome to this room. You guys like tests? I hate tests. I would do anything to get out of tests. I remember one time I put all the answers in my hat on a piece of paper.
Really?
Don't cheat, kids, because that's bad.
Like on the bill of your hat?
No, like on the inside. I had the paper on the inside, and I took my hat off and put it on my desk, and I had a bunch of answers in it. It's really, really clever.
Did you get away with it?
I sure did. I got a B on the test though, which was funny. But yeah, I didn't want to look too good. You know, like you have to throw a little bit to throw them off a little. However, there was a medical student in India who took their cheating a little far. So desperate times call for desperate measures, according to Lachi Schuster from Happy Mag. That was certainly the case for a medical student in India. After failing to pass his final exam numerous times, the man, who has remained anonymous, paid a surgeon to implant a Bluetooth device into his ear. Unfortunately, the student was met with a surprise check when he arrived to the exam, where officials found a phone in his pocket that was connected to a Bluetooth device that they could not find. After rigorous searching and intense questioning, the student admitted that he had paid a surgeon to implant a covert listening device inside of his ear. He may not have been all over the answers, but surely they let him graduate for his sheer determination to pass the exam. He's not the first student in India to attempt an Ocean's 11 level scheme to cheat at an exam. In September of 2021, a group of 10 trainee teachers pimped out their shoes, by implanting Bluetooth devices into the sole. The devices were bought from a gang for $8,100 a pop.
Bluetooth device gang. Those are the worst.
Then connected to a small listening device hidden inside their ear to feed through those sweet, sweet answers. So this guy wanted to be a doctor. If he was trying to be like, I don't know, like a business manager, I'd be totally fine with him cheating. But he wants to be a doctor. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's not ideal. That's for
no,
sure.
not in the least.
It's not ideal, says the doctor.
The version of the story that I read went on to say that he got admitted into med school 11 years ago and has failed this test numerous times.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think this guy should be a doctor.
Maybe it's time to consider a new career. Like just throwing that out there. Like the teacher's cheating, whatever. You know, like honestly, going to school to be a teacher is kind of pointless. I mean, there's a couple of things that are good, but I mean, if you're going in to be a teacher, it's because you like a certain subject, right? It's not like, I guess I'll teach math. Like, you know, I would like to be a science teacher because I really like science. So like whatever, they probably cheated for some like dumb classes, right? I mean, even if I don't even know what kind of like serious class for the teacher thing. But to be a doctor, like, you kind of need to know things. Like if I go to a doctor for like a sore ankle, and he starts looking at like my ear, I'm like, ankle? He's like, oh, ankle. I thought you said ear. Like, what? Yeah, that's gonna be.
I thought you said
like, hey,
ear angle.
we need 1,000 cc's of something stat, and he's like, not that I don't know, but if somebody that didn't know were looking for that, where would they look? You know, like, I don't want a doctor doing that. So.
What's a CC?
Why are we sending emails during this procedure? Like, no. It's you want to? I mean, oh, you mean a blind CC? No, like the drugs. Which ones? Marijuana? Like what?
Just a second, I need to consult my colleague, Dr. Google.
Let me just call Dr. Jeeves. Sir, that doesn't exist anymore.
Excuse me, Dr. Alexa?
Sometimes I like to think out loud, and when I do, I like to say, hey, Siri.
Digital.game says they literally check inside your ears at testing centers for medical school. Also, fact,
Really?
9 out of 10 doctors have tiny Bluetooths in their shoes while you are visiting with them.
Have you ever seen those, like, the movies where, like, someone goes on a date and they have the little device in their ear, and every time, like, the other person has something happen that has nothing to do with what's happening? So, like, as you're in the doctor's office, you're like, what's the problem? And so they start explaining it. You're like, yeah, I see. And then the person in your ear, like, gets, like, attacked by a bee. Like, it's Ryan. And suddenly the guy's like, yeah, God, get away from me. And then the doctor's like, yeah, get away from me. The person's like, what? I mean, honestly, this would be a great sitcom. Dr. Bluetooth, Thursdays on TV.
Dr. Bluetooth. Love it.
Wonderful.
Keith Anthony is here. Good morning to you, Keith. Thanks for being here.
Top of the moron.
I went to see one doctor, and I kid you not, the doctor opened Google on his desktop. Instant red flag, so I asked for a second opinion.
I will say, my cardiologist goes to Google a bunch, and it's not for anything medical, though. It's like, they put me on some, like, low-salt diet, so she went and, like, printed off some of that stuff. But yeah, if they open, like, WebMD, it's time to leave. Time to go. I think you're having a heart attack. I think I broke my pinky. No, maybe it's cancer. No, none of those. Sinus infection?
Did you just say that with a question mark? Digital.games goes, why is my doctor constantly looking at the inside of his hat?
I just got coffee up my nose.
Nice. What kind of coffee was it, Mike?
Dunkin' coffee.
Nice. Good work.
Get your Dunkin' coffee.
I really hope none of it went into the coffee. I would ruin that.
Like a backwash?
No, like a nose wash.
I don't want to jinx it, y'all, but we've won like our last 4 games after sucking for the whole month of March.
So now we'll never win a game again.
I know. I didn't want to say it, but I had to say, like, I mean, I'm surprised Zenith hasn't just left completely. It was like, no, you win too much now. You've all changed.
This game isn't fun anymore. It's about the tires. You know?
Do you feel better because of your new enhanced wheels?
Dude, so I was just looking how much it would cost to get to level 69.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't spend that kind of money.
Oh, to just get there instantly? Yeah.
I don't. But you know how much you have to play? Like, I don't want to.
We all
I don't
got
even want to play right now.
We got the explosion just from playing on the show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know what my schedule is gonna look like.
I believe in you. You can do it.
How bad do you
Look
want
at this.
those wheels, Mike?
It's not.
Look
It's
at
the
this goal you
gold
just scored.
explosion. That gold
Oh, sorry.
explosion is amazing.
It's pretty good.
Sorry, I can't come to school today. I'm busy playing Rocket League, but if we could move the whole class to 2 o'clock, that would be amazing, please.
I can see Megan being like, "Why haven't you gotten a new job yet?" I'm applying.
You gotta see this goal explosion.
According to this, it looks like you've been playing your Xbox. Nope, no Xbox here. Why are you holding an Xbox controller? I don't know. It's how I type things in.
Is Megan getting your weekly usage reports?
She's going pretty soon. Yeah.
Nice.
Whoop, I missed.
Oh no, it's gonna go in.
Or shut out.
You technically didn't miss.
Zexy Bro 11.
Oh, it was mostly them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was.
Coming up today, it is GMS After Dark with Look It's Maiko. We are going to talk about wrestling, some more of it with Rich Fan, who's turned a hobby into a career in wrestling. That's coming up at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time today. In about 30 minutes from now, we'll also talk wrestling with Graham Matthews of Wrestle Rant. We'll talk more. Bleacher Report was where Graham's story about WWE 2K22 is posted, so we'll share that with you as well. Why it might be the best wrestling game in years. That actually might be one of the best uses of the kazoo yet.
I don't know. It was pretty. The one with Rob was pretty.
True. That low, that kind of plays into the kazoo. I like it. It's now 6:50 West Coast, 9:50 out east. It is 1:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. What time in the afternoon? Nobody knows, because of daylight savings time, which is our topic of the day. We are asking you, hey, daylight savings time. There's a U.S. measure that was approved by the Senate. Now could be permanent. I feel like we've also gone through this before.
It's never gotten this far.
Okay.
Yeah. Individual states have gotten this far, but this is the first time the federal government has gotten this far.
However, I would like to point out, hold on, where is the name of it? The name of the bill made me laugh out loud.
Oh, it's the something protection bill, right?
The Sunshine Preservation Act.
Oh, I had Sunshine Protection Act. It's be either way. It's a hilarious name.
Yeah, like, I wonder
We must
how
preserve.
long they spent coming up with that.
Well, I think you're thinking of, it was named after that 1998 Len song. If you protect my sunshine.
It is Sunshine Protection Act. I like Preservation Act better.
If you
It sounds
preserve
more-
my sunshine.
Little Len. It's not what I thought I was going to hear this morning. It's a great song. I have a hair tickling my nose right now.
I have the single of Len in my CD collection. A single was when you buy a CD.
I had their whole LP.
Oh,
or
look
EP,
at you.
whatever P.
What's the difference? I never knew the difference. What's an SP?
EP.
Sean?
EP's an extended play. And it has more songs than a single, but not typically like a full length. And then LP is a long play, I believe. And that's LP would be closer to like what we'd consider like a full album, if I'm remembering correctly.
So when I dive into my thesaurus here, I think if I was looking for long, a synonym would be extended. So it's just kind of
Yeah. So like back in like vinyl days, like a full like album would be like 2 records, right? An EP would be 1 record.
Were there SPs, or am I making that up?
You're thinking SPF, that's sunscreen.
Sweet. If you steal my sunshine. See, it all circles back. Today's birthday is this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday you want to celebrate with us, please let us know because we would love to celebrate with you. Today is streamer and body paint extraordinaire emmaisasink's birthday today.
It was actually yesterday.
It's now actually yesterday.
That's okay.
So today is the birthday bash.
Birthday bash. It was the bash. It was the birthday bash. The birthday bash. It was an emmaisasink smash. She did the mash. Cut on in the flash. She had a bash. She had a birthday bash. Whoa! I really like the smash.
Was that yesterday too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe. Probably.
So birthday was yesterday.
Either way, happy birthday, emmaisasink.
Well, okay. I want to be able to send people over to the stream though. So I mean,
she might be streaming today.
Well, it says Wednesday, 16th March, but I don't know if like behind the time zones now.
Well, Twitter said it was yesterday. So I'm Kate Zaid. Kate will answer this. Let me see. Let's go to Kemma. Choking.
Well, I guess it is still the 16th down says. So anyway, go to emmaisasink on Twitch. There you go.
Yeah, just go there.
Yeah, there you go. It's your birthday song. It is a very long. That was a much more vigorous clap than I usually give.
That was like a Fudge Village kind of clap.
Ah!
Hefty's angry about this birthday.
Maybe confused. Today, actor Erik Estrada is 73.
Hey, look at that.
Do you think there's anyone named out there named Erika Strada?
Oh gosh.
Oh, like last name starts with an S.
Yeah, and she gets confused for Erik Estrada all the time. Someone's like, Erik Estrada's coming, and she shows up there like, who are you?
There's like a lot of people that turn up.
I'm Erika Estrada.
Did you guys know he was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame all the way back in 2007? Did you know that?
Wow.
Weren't you the one who told me that they charge for those?
I think so. It's like $5,000 or something.
So do they call you up and they go, hey, we want to give you this thing. We're very excited that you are so famous that we want to give you a star on the fame, but you have to pay for it.
Yep. So after selection, it's $50,000.
Holy Jesus. Well, that's how they like figure it out. They're like, yeah.
Sheesh.
Actor Victor Garber is 73 today.
He's from London, Ontario. Go figure.
At least I know who this person is.
Thanks, Vic. I feel like I've seen him in things, but I couldn't tell you what he was in.
He was an Alias, wasn't he?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't watch that show.
So instead of Victor, what name did he go by? Alias. Let's see. Rapper Flavor Flav turned 63
Flavor
today.
Flav. 63. Jeez. He can retire in 2 years.
He's a Raiders fan.
That's a surprise.
Or was he at a Raiders game?
Probably that.
He has a patch on that says inaugural season.
That's
So I'm
from
guessing
last
this
year.
is when they were in Vegas.
Or yeah, the year before.
So I'm assuming that he was just there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he might be a Raiders fan though. He's a California rapper. So I think like you have to be, right? Is that like the rules?
Happy birthday, Flavor Flav. Actress Lauren Graham, 55 today.
Nice.
Was she on Gilmore Girls?
Lorelai.
Yep. Yep.
That's really annoying. Where it says recently returned to the role of TV mom on the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. For starters, did anyone watch that, the new one?
No.
And also, they shouldn't talk. They should talk about Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Wait. You want the fun fact to be about the thing that Lauren Graham's probably most well known for? I thought that's exactly what you didn't want from the fun fact.
And I wanted to be able to read Gilmore Girls.
I always like Gilmore Girls for the quick running dialogue.
Oh.
They were very like they would talk back and forth so quickly.
That's true. Just like in real life.
It was snappy. Kept my attention.
Didn't
Good
look
writing on
scripted
that
at all.
She was also on Parenthood. That was a good show too.
Oh. I like Parent Trap.
It's the same thing.
With Lindsay Lohan.
No, I like what the old lady.
Oh, Haley Mills.
Yeah, her. That was a good one.
Good morning, Miss Bliss. Actor Alan Tudyk. Tudyk?
Tudyk.
51
like
today.
That's how you pronounce it. He was on Firefly.
Yeah.
But he also voiced robots in multiple movies, including iRobot and Rogue One. And he also played Pirate Steve in Dodgeball, an Underdog Story. He's also a really, really nice guy. I've met him before. He'll talk to you a lot. He's nice.
You've spent a lot of time with celebrities, Mike.
Growing up right outside of New York City, you meet a lot of people. One of my good friends, his dad's in the business as like a lawyer. So I've been able to meet a lot of people through them. Kind of cool. Kind of like in LA, like how Chris knows everybody.
Singer Blue Cantrell is 46. 2001 was the release of the debut single Hit 'Em Up Style.
So good.
It's a good song. I might have that single too.
Probably. I know I've downloaded Blue Cantrell music before. Not illegally, FBI.
New York Mets legend Curtis Granderson is 41 today.
Happy birthday, C. Grant.
Legend.
He's the best. Legend.
Actress Alexandra Daddario turns 36 today.
Yeah, she does. She's 36. Jeez. Her brother Matthew and sister Catherine are also actors. Bet you didn't know that, huh?
Let's see. Singer Janae Aiko turns 34 today.
She in Game of Thrones. Or Pirates of the Caribbean. Never mind.
NBA's Blake Griffin is 33 today.
Okay, so let's play a game. Where does Blake Griffin play?
The Brooklyn Nets.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was like with the Timberwolves or something.
No. I think he went Clippers, then to Detroit, and then to, Brooklyn.
Oh, that's right. He was in Detroit. It was one of those northerner places.
And last but not least, actress Agiona Alexis.
Yeah, sure.
Roles include Ricky Smiley Show, Empire, 13 Reasons Why, Acrimony, and Breaking In. Started a career in 2008 at the age of 12. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, Janae Aiko was at the Super Bowl this year. Performed America the Beautiful. I was like, I swear I know that name from somewhere. So
Cool. It's also actress Brooke Burns' birthday. She's 44 from Baywatch. And Judah Friedlander is 53? God. He was on 30 Rock and a bunch of other things. I thought he wasn't much older than I was. Holy shnikes. And finally, it's bassist Wolfgang Van Halen of Mammoth WV8. Figure out what the WVH stands for. Oh God, what just happened? I think my internet just took it. Hello?
yeah, I like their. I like the vegetable juice. V8.
31 flavors.
Can't even find this person on my list. Where the hell is this person? Oh, down there.
The
you said
very last
VH. VH.
Yeah, sorry. My internet or my everything just cut out. That was really scary.
Nothing happened. You're good.
No, on my end, it was really
You're
scary.
terrified. Everyone,
I was like, oh no.
Give Mike a comfort hug. Come here, buddy.
It's Jerry Lewis's heavenly birthday in heaven. He was a comedian and an actor.
I like your extra effort on that hug, Sean.
Oh, thanks.
Quiet goes.
I have an important update. 2D character animator, 3D animator, and director of animated shorts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Erika Grace Estrada. Erika Estrada. Please go show some support on social media.
Do you think that's how she got like famous? They're not like famous, like, but that's like how she got her resume into places.
Everyone thinks it's Erik
Estrada applied, and they're like, well, we might as well look at it now. It's here.
Did you say pants animator?
No. Trying to think of what I said. That sounds like pants animator.
Pants?
Yeah, I don't know. Just gonna click this button that says add stream marker. I'll review the film. Let's see what I just heard. Quiet Gaming says, are they related to the DN Giorgio guitar fame?
Daddario.
I'm assuming no, because it's spelled differently.
Other than that, though, probably definitely. This day in gaming history 2006, Square Enix releases Final Fantasy XII for PlayStation 2, and in 2010, Sony puts out God of War 3 for the PlayStation 3.
It's a good game.
Have they kept that pacing where it's been one for every machine?
No, because they didn't start until PlayStation 2. And then after 3, things got messy for a little bit until they soft rebooted it with the latest God of War.
Gotcha. All right, 7:04. Next hour, we'll talk to Graham Matthews about WWE 2K22. We'll also have sports. Thank you, KJ, for the like on Facebook Gaming. Likes go a long way on YouTube and on Facebook Gaming, so thank you so much for doing that. All the hosts on Twitch that we probably no longer ever see because of all the changes and everything. But thank you for everyone who's doing that. This is Gaming Morning Show. Sean, Mike, and Hefty coming back on the other side. It is Wednesday, March 16th, 2022.
Some try to say that it's hard to progress. Well, I'll beg to differ because I found the best people to teach me how to do it greater. People who remind me that I'm doing better. I've never seen such a change inside of me where I feel like I've come out of hiding. People say fear is the key to success, and I'm here to tell you that I'm crapping my pants. I never understood how people could love you, especially when they've never met you. But somehow they have changed my point of view. I'll spread until it's an issue. Yeah, I've grown a model and it's a little different. I overcame the odds, but it's disappointing to see I've changed my tune. Now I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. I did something different, I overcame the odds, but it's disappointing to see I've changed my tune. I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to.
We are revolutionary. Yeah. Can't stop us now. Yo. There's nothing I got to prove, nothing I got to lose. I will not follow you. It is my time to choose. Nothing I got to prove, nothing I got to lose. I will not follow you. It is my time to choose. It is my time to move. I will not follow through, cause I got my own mind, winning on my own time. Didn't come when I want it, but it's always on time. I'ma go and get it, and it's all part of my vision. Then I'ma show everyone I can make it. I'm different. You can't stop what you can't see. No more chains, yeah, I'm truly free. I pay my dues, it ain't come cheap. No more chains on me, you can't hold me down. 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 Yeah, no more, no more, no more. 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 You can't hold me. Look at where I came from. I can never fall back to the same ones. Only good vibes now, but the hard times is what we raised from. Turn to the ambition we are made from. We don't run, we don't fall, we don't stop, we don't fail. We take all our doubts, the dark clouds, and we still prevail. Raise a fist to the sky, a solution's there. And we stand for the dreamers, a revolution's here. You cannot stop us. You cannot stop us. There's nothing you can do now. Just watch. There's nothing you can do now. Just watch. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. Yeah. You cannot stop us. There's nothing you can do now. A revolution. Yeah. You can't stop what you can't see. No more chains, yeah, I'm truly free. I pay my dues, it ain't come cheap. No more chains on me, you can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. You won't hold us down. You can't hold us.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, today's interview and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. And follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Join us for GMS After Dark with Look, It's Maiko. Wednesdays at 4:45 p.m. Pacific. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning! Gamer, it's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being along with us on the weekend of the week. It is Wednesday, March 16th, 2022. We are so grateful that you could join us. That is Sports.Gaming. Look, it's Maiko on the left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. Graham Matthews comes our way about 10 minutes from now. Talk about WWE 2K22 on this 3/16.
I don't get it.
Sorry. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I was great. It sounded like it slipped out of your mouth or something like that. Gotta hold on to that kazoo.
I interrupted Sean. I was very sad. Sorry.
Oh, I was just, he said something about 316, and I said, I don't know what that is. I don't understand.
So it's a wrestling reference.
I don't
Stone
get it.
Cold Steve Austin. 316 says, I just whipped your under parts.
Sounds like
Never heard of him.
Sounds like since Sean doesn't know, he better call somebody.
Jeff?
That's a different guy. We call Jeff and see if he knows.
Jeff knows about Steve Austin.
Do you know what today is? And then so in the break, I looked up the Protect Sunshine Act because I wanted a definitive answer to your question about if they snuck anything else in there. It's literally like 20 lines. So no.
It's the most simplified U.S. bill of all time.
Well, it says, the second sentence of subsection whatever commonly known as the cul-de-sacs, is by striking 4 hours, inserting 3 hours. By striking 5 hours and inserting, like, there, it just goes on like that for like 10 lines. You're like, what? And that's it. Yeah, there's nothing in there about Taco Bell lines or. But it would go into effect November 5th, 2023.
Oh, so we'd still have another year plus of this. So that'd be what, 2 more changes probably?
Yeah, we'd have to fall back and then spring forward, and then we'd be done.
Then you'd be Kaputski.
See, the problem with not implementing it immediately is everyone will get nostalgic for it all of a sudden. It's like, I don't want this to go away, and then there'll be more legislation.
Then you kick them.
Please
no
don't kick
offense,
people.
but that's
a bad idea.
I learned through looking at this stuff yesterday that there are some of the major cities in Canada have laws in place that are basically like, when New York stops doing it, we'll stop doing it. So they're already prepared because they want to stay in line. But they've already passed everything they need to pass to stop doing daylight savings time. So as soon as the major cities in the U.S. stop doing it, they'll
so that
cease as well.
That brings the question, like, what other? So obviously England does this, right? The UK does this. Do other countries do this? Like, are we now like 19 hours ahead of New Zealand, or
7:45 right now in India in the evening?
That's not New Zealand.
I don't know. Hyper, are you here? You're the closest that we have to New Zealand.
I can tell you what time it is in Auckland. My best friend lives in Auckland. So
sources
I like to send him messages.
Quiet Gaming says Europe does it, Australia does it. Earlier Earthling said, my least favorite part of daylight savings time is starting work at 6 a.m. The best part is logging out an hour earlier, though. Does that mean that it's permanent when those changes happen?
It is plus 17 hours right now in Auckland. So I don't know what that means.
It means it's 17 hours different.
Thanks. It's 3:16 a.m. That's awesome.
Quiet did bring up Stone Cold Creamery with their signature flavor. The bottom line.
I can't. I always do that, like, subconsciously. Megan's like, "What do you want? Do you want to go anywhere after?" Because every once in a while we'll do like a date night, and I'm always like, "Yeah, let's go to the Stone Cold Creamery." She's like, "The what?" Like, I mean, Cold Stone. Ugh. Like, it's just natural.
Japan, India, and China are the only major industrialized countries that do not observe some form of daylight savings.
Freaking Japan. Well, there's so many like artificial lights over there. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, their cities are like lit up like the surface of the sun. And then it's just a party all the time. India likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
Isn't that an Eddie Murphy song?
No. Is it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's an Eddie Murphy song.
That's good. I was like, no, it's Rick James, but no, yeah, it's Eddie Murphy.
That was like the big foray into music for Eddie back in the Saturday Night Live kind of era.
Yep. And he basically just created a meme with it. So there we go, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy ahead of his time.
Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Are we the only country that also does dates like we do? Because Down brings up a good point. It's only 3:16 because we do dates we do sets.
Oh, where we have the month first.
The month, which makes sense, I think. But I mean, whatever.
Well, so Downs, answer me this question: do you say when you see someone on the street, "Hello, it's good to see you on this March 16th," or would you be more prone to be like, "It's great to see you today on the 16th of March"? Like, what's your common vernacular when it comes to like the way that you present dates just in speech?
That means words. Downs which words.
Because I'm curious, because I would sit there and not look at someone and say, you know, today's the 16th March, but maybe they do. And Downs might have just confirmed that, in fact.
That's just so weird.
It's not weird, it's just different than what we do.
Really weird. so weird.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine having to change, like, everybody flips all of a sudden and we all do the exact same thing, and now I'm writing checks, even though, you know, I write checks now, like, what, once every 2 years? You write more checks when you have kids in elementary school, I can tell you that firsthand.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's like the most checks I've written in my life. But yeah, instead of having to write 3/16/2022, it'd be 16/3/22. That'd be odd.
I have to write a check to our HOA because we got fined $200 for not taking down our Christmas lights.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Sure did.
Are you okay with
Most
that?
of them are down. It's just the ones that are way up high I haven't got to yet because it's been cold until now.
They're upset because your Christmas lights are still on your house?
Sure are.
Wow. HOAs.
$200 upset.
Is there anything good that comes from your HOA?
No, they're absolute garbage.
Okay, great.
Our all of our playgrounds are like broken down.
You should charge them $200 for their broken playground.
They did change the light bulbs, and they do put mismatched lights on the entrance at Christmas time. It's literally like someone was like, "What do you got in the attic?" You know, and they're like, "Oh, I got these like 4 different strands of lights," and they're like, "Great, put them up."
Top of the morning on the Zev, it's good to see you.
Good moron.
We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are asking the question today, hey, there's a daylight savings time bill that passed the Senate, which is apparently the farthest it's ever gotten in terms of federal government, I'm told, by
they pass
the people
it,
to my
they
left.
put it on almost every year, and usually it just gets shut down.
Is this the first time it's been named the Sunshine Protection Act?
I don't think so. I think it's always that, actually.
Because if that's the case, I was going to be like, branding works.
Nah, this is just the year that they're trying not to pass any actual legislation. So they're now going through all the quote-unquote nonsense bills.
Government's
How did he was next to me. How did he blow me up?
Nice. You almost got that one, too. Downs goes, I'm not sure if it's just me either, but I would have to say 16th of March as opposed to just 16 March. Quiet, I haven't written a check in probably a decade. I mean, Sean, can you remember the last check you didn't write? Or you wrote to someone other than the elementary school?
No.
I mean, I will admit, I've sent a check via, like, your bank's online check sending thing. Like,
Well,
where
that
you
doesn't really count.
Yeah.
That's not a check.
Yeah, well, some of them actually get mailed in check form. But, like, I'm not actually doing the writing or the signing or anything like that.
I think the last time I wrote a check is when we had our HVAC replaced, and it's just because the guy's little circle or the square machine or whatever was not working for the credit card reading, so I wrote a check. Also, so my middle daughter's a Girl Scout, and the Girl Scouts now have everything is done online, which is wonderful.
Yes.
Because in the past it was all like you have to write a check or pay cash, and people are like, I don't have either of those things. You take cards? Like, nope, sure don't.
Yeah, I ordered my Girl Scout cookies this year through an online portal attached to said Girl Scout.
But you was on her?
Weird. Why'd they attach it to her? Was it a surgically implanted Bluetooth device?
Yes.
Was it surgically implanted in her ear?
Is she a doctor?
I hate you, guy. See, that's a reasonable reason to implant a Bluetooth thing or something, right? You want to make it easier to get Girl Scout cookies.
Fair.
Well, I missed the ball, but blew the holy heck out of that
Yeah,
person.
there was a lot of explosions at the end of that one. Holy cow. Kaboom. I think checks are barbaric, says Zev. Yeah, I haven't written a check in forever. other than to an elementary school.
Top of the moron.
Brendan is here as well. Good moron to you, Brendan. We were asking about daylight savings time. How do you feel about daylight savings time? I've also heard that daylight savings time, as hard as it might be with children, I've heard it's very difficult when you have dogs.
Our dogs actually took to it pretty well, which was weird. Because usually, I mean, their body like tells them when things are happening, you know, and they're like right away, they get down, they're like, yeah, give me food. And this year, it didn't seem to change a whole lot, which is weird. They finally figured it out.
It's now 7:25 West Coast time, 10:25 out east. Is 2:25 for those watching GMS in the Ukraine. Bear is here, as we've already mentioned. How's Diego doing this morning?
It's Diego, the gaming morning show lizard.
He's chilling. He's on his little sunspot there, getting toasty posty. Such a good little fella. Yeah. Oh, now he's going up the wall.
No, come back, Diego.
Well, I mean, it's not like he can get far. I mean, just go. Why are you climbing the wall? Can't leave. Oh, sorry, puppies. The dog just bolted more like, what? Why are you yelling at us? I promise I wasn't. I promise. Ugh. But no, he's doing great. He's a lizard. I don't know if you knew that.
And there's a little sleeping puppy.
There's two of them actually. They're both there. They're feeling very needy.
They were the best of friends.
Yeah.
Sleeping so many naps together.
That's an interesting song.
Kind of sounded like was that from like a Disney movie or something like that?
Yeah, Fox and the Hound.
It's a good show. I saw a really crazy video the other day of like a coyote and a badger like hanging out together in real life.
That's the sequel to Fox and the Hound.
Badger and the coyote. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were walking into like a storm drain, and people are like, "Oh, I was gonna eat them," but it turns out they actually hang out like often in life.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's not like a "I eat you" kind of a thing. It's like we have a symbiotic relationship, a mutualistic relationship. And that's crazy.
Did you say mutualistic?
Mutualistic, yes. That's when two things hang out together and they both benefit from the relationship.
Yeah. All right, let's recap the days of the day really quick. We are talking about daylight savings time because of the whole bill. It's actually not technically daylight savings related. It's not like a day of the day or anything like that. What are some of the days of the day today?
Hold on. I was reading things. Did you know if you like lips, today's your day? It's National Lips Appreciation Day, so smack them lips.
Are we supposed to appreciate our own lips, or are we supposed to appreciate the lips of others?
I could take this in a really southern direction. I like fish lips. Like, goldfish have really cute lips.
Because like I appreciate my lips. They let me do lip things, I guess.
Lip balm.
I play trombone. I can't play trombone without my lips. Can't do mouth trumpet without my lips.
You think you could do kazoo? Hold on.
Do kazoo?
No, you can't do the kazoo without your lips.
No kazoo without your lips.
Yeah. Also, no pandas without your lips, because it's National Panda Day. Yep. It's also National No Selfies Day. No, stop it.
Oh.
But no, don't do it. No, put it away. No, stop. No, don't touch that.
Oh, okay.
Don't touch that.
I won't do it. Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you can take all you want. Tomorrow is take as many selfies as you want day.
I did it.
No.
I did it.
Oh, gosh.
I'm a rebel.
You're gonna hear like someone knocking on your door in like 5 minutes. They're gonna be like, Sir, did you take a selfie of yourself? Like, no.
No, yes, I did. I did that.
I did. It's National Freedom of Information Day. This is a day you should all take care of, especially if you're into aliens. Fill out Freedom of Information Act requests on spaceships. There's lots of it.
In space.
Uranus. Today is also Everything You Do Is Right Day. Was yesterday Everything You Do Is Wrong Day?
No, it was like everything you've ever known is wrong.
Is wrong. That's right. But today,
So-
Everything You Do Is Right.
Everything you do is right day. I took a selfie.
Which is stupid.
That
yeah,
was the right
'cause-
thing to do.
But it just says no selfies day. But then you took a selfie, and now,
And everything I do is right.
ridiculous. It's also National Artichoke Hearts Day. Another website just said it was National Artichokes Day. Either way, they're gross. They make me want to throw up in your face.
I like artichokes.
They're disgusting. If
They're
Austin
yummy.
was here, she'd be yelling at me.
The eating an actual artichoke, like the artichoke heart, is fine, but eating an actual artichoke, it's so much work for so little artichoke.
So I don't like the taste of artichoke, and lucky I've never tried to like choke an artichoke. Is that how you open it? You choke it and then it opens. Choke? Is that a Pokemon?
Sounds like a Pokemon. It's a grass type.
It's also National Curl Crush Day, so you can either get some crush cans and curl them, or you can call my wife and tell her how much you appreciate her because she's got curly hair, like really curly hair.
Do you crush on her curly hair?
Yep, I'm always like, oh, your hair is so beautiful, crushing, or something.
Crush emoji.
Crush emoji. What is it? Hold on. What is a crush emoji? Megan's gonna be like, why are you sending me weird emojis? I'm trying to figure out which one's the crush one. It's also National Vaccination Day. So, get freaking vaccinated. There'll be some vaccination news in our sports segment in a little bit here that I'm quite interested about. But yeah, if you're not vaccinated, get it done. Because you know what? You're fine. There's no tracking devices in here. Like, if I walk out in that room right there, like, my cell phone service drops in half. Do you really think they can track you from, like, really far away? No, they can't. So get vaccinated. You're safe. And then it's also finally Stone Cold Steve Austin Day, which segues pretty well into our guest today. Because do you know who's Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I don't know that.
Graham
He's
Matthews,
a-
Wrestling Rant, coming up next, Gaming Morning Show. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being along with us. It is the Wednesday edition. Let's talk some wrestling today. We have Graham Matthews joining us from Wrestle Rant. The game WWE 2K22 is out, and Graham has written a story, 5 things that make WWE 2K22 the best wrestling video game in years on Bleacher Report. Good morning to you, Graham. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me on. Doing great.
This is a fun time because I kind of have like this like childhood memory of wrestling, but we hang out with Lucas Mike O, who has like this lifelong passion for wrestling. So I'm sure Mike's going to have some questions for you. My biggest one to start with is about this article. You say there's 5 things that make WWE 2K22 the best wrestling game in a while. Which one of those 5 things stood out to you most?
Well, the game itself, I think, is great. I actually just wrapped up. I know you emailed me initially about doing this on Monday. Since then, I have played even more of the gameplay since Monday. I'm obsessed with this game. And I should note, too, I come from this from like from a casual gaming perspective. As someone who is a hardcore gamer. I buy all the WWE 2K video games. I've been buying all the wrestling video games for like probably 15, 20 years now. This is one of the better ones I've played in quite a while. The one thing that stands out about it to me, the graphics are always improving. The gameplay is always getting better. Not to say it's a perfect game. I didn't want to go into that article saying it's a perfect game, the greatest wrestling game of all time. It's one of the better ones in years. That's obviously, as the title suggests. The best part about this game to me is the My GM mode. Now, anyone who's been playing these wrestling games for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years would know that the general manager mode has been something that fans have been clamoring for to be brought back for a very long time now. I can't even go into great detail. We don't even have the time today for me to explain to you how much I love this GM mode. I still go back and play SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 general manager mode with a roster that has the Boogeyman and Gregory Helms on it for any longtime hardcore wrestling fans. I mean, I love it so much. It's not perfect in this game. It definitely is limited. But with the newer roster, the different features that you can kind of play around with, it's really cool, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So that's not the best part of the game. Just if you're asking my favorite part of it or one of the stronger elements of it is the fact they brought it back at all. And I'm hoping they can improve upon it for future installments. But I'm a big My GM mode fan so far.
Well, and you mentioned SmackDown versus Raw 2007, just kind of as kind of reference point, benchmark. What's your favorite wrestling game of all time?
Oh, man, dude, there's so many. Again, I could be here for 3 hours talking about how many great wrestling games there are. But any longtime hardcore wrestling gamers will know, or just anyone who's ever bought a wrestling game, my favorite is SVR 07 personally, just because, like I said, I've played hours and hours and hours, probably days worth of GM mode on that thing. But like overall, you can't beat WWF No Mercy. If you've ever played it for PS4, the game is golden. I still have a working Nintendo 64 to this day where I can go back and play that game. The gameplay's so easy. The roster is stacked. That game is probably 23, 24 years old at this point. It's so good. It's so great. So that one, I actually grew up before even getting into wrestling playing from a cousin of mine. The WCW NWO Revenge game, I believe it was what it was called, also for the N64. A classic, dude. An absolute classic. So those two and SVR 07 are personally my top 3 favorite video games of all time. Or wrestling video games, that is.
Those games are pretty phenomenal. You have so much to do. I spent so many hours in the create a wrestler mode and doing all that kind of stuff. So one of the things I noticed that you do, you posted on your Twitter about, I think it was yesterday, about how the game is a lot of fun. We have a chatter right now, I am JF Downs, who is in our chat, who is a streamer, and he's currently building, he created the Streamer Wrestling Federation. So we have this amazing community of streamers that we're a part of, and Downs is building a bunch of us and is going to have like a wrestling federation. I see on your Twitter, you created, was this you that created Shrek and I believe God as well?
I did not. So I did not create them myself. I don't have the talent or the patience to do stuff like that. But there is a tab on most of the 2K games, definitely the recent ones.
The community ones, right?
The community ones, yeah. The community creations where you can go to download it. They have I don't know if this is a new feature, but I realized this the other day where they have an upvoted section where like people vote on like what the best ones are, which really helps out me in terms of like, all right, what are the best ones to download? The top ones are all people from, other promotions that aren't in the current video game. But if you go down to like page 10, 11, 12, you kind of go into the darker web, so to speak, of the creations, you can find Shrek. I think I spent like a good hour downloading Deadpool, God, Shrek, Spider-Man, Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Man, it is so much fun. So like, I just put all these people in a Royal Rumble or like a Battle Royal or something. That's like the best part of the game, I think, beyond just the My GM stuff. It's just so much fun, and they put so much detail into these characters. It's amazing. They had a Glowrilla, like this glowing gorilla character. I don't even know how people. I had Kermit downloaded. I played with him a little bit, dude. It's amazing. So yeah, those are a lot of fun. Nothing I created. I can't take credit for that. It's all the amazing minds of the 2K universe, but it's quite great.
Do you have a favorite thus far that you've seen or played with that you in the creator wrestler stuff?
I don't know if you can beat God, honestly. I think he's like pretty unstoppable. I think I won a Rumble. If I didn't win it, I think I came in second. I was playing with with my brother the other day. It was pretty great. So God is pretty. The detail put into that one, like he glows and everything. There's a literal halo around his head. It's pretty incredible. Deadpool is incredible. Spider-Man as well. And like these are people, especially people like the superheroes. I downloaded the Doctor Strange and Iron Man. Specifically like Spider-Man and people like that, Deadpool. These are people like Spider-Man. If you watch the first Spider-Man film, he was in a wrestling ring with Macho Man Randy Savage. So that's a match you can recreate in the 2K games in a steel cage match. So like the move sets are to a point. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I would either say God. I can't believe I'm saying this, but God or Spider-Man. I guess so far being one of my favorites.
Who's your favorite wrestler, God?
Spider-Man.
So this has been a rough week for wrestling fans as well. Earlier in the week on Monday, we lost one of the greatest minds and wrestlers and talents of all time. And I saw on your Twitter that you had a chance to meet Scott Hall and kind of, I mean, you have an autograph from him, which is ridiculous. But do you have a favorite Scott Hall memory of him performing that you want to share with? Because I know we do have a couple of wrestling fans in our audience. So, what's your favorite Scott Hall memory that you can put out?
I mean, the top two, this is going to be nothing new. This is a very cliche answer, but the top two would be the ladder match with Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 10. Obviously, the first ever televised ladder match in WWE history. One of the greatest ladder matches of all time, if not the greatest. Just amazing stuff. And I can go back and watch that match. What has it been now? Almost 30 years later, and it's still a classic. That's a great one, helping put the IC Championship on the map. And as you mentioned, I tweeted this out yesterday, my favorite Scott Hall personal experiences, but I own one of those. I'm not a big belt collector. I don't really do that sort of stuff, but I had one gifted to me, not recently, but about 5 years ago, of the strapped Intercontinental Championship. It was from about like people like Scott Hall. That was the one that they fought for WrestleMania 10. And I made it my goal at that point. I want to get this thing signed by every former living Intercontinental Champion. And unfortunately, there's quite a bit that aren't with us. That's just the wrestling business. But Scott Hall, I had him sign it about 3-4 years ago. Super cool guy. He actually offered to sign it as Scott Hall or Razor. And I'm like, well, you wanted his Razor, so probably sign it as Razor, which is cool. But yeah, that ladder match would be among my favorites. And not a match, but when he first showed up on WCW Monday Nitro and kind of kicked off the whole NWO storyline, that whole thing. I mean, again, I wasn't watching at that point, unfortunately. I came later on. But even coming back for someone like me and watching that, you can tell the impact that it had on the industry, just pop culture as a whole at that point, kicking off the whole NWO period, really reinvigorating WWE to put their best foot forward and do great stuff with the Attitude Era from that point forward. But, you know who I am and you don't know why I'm here. That whole promo that he cut was just legendary. And those would probably be my top two favorite Scott Hall memories. And even seeing him pop up in recent years on wrestling TV. He was on WWE a couple times, WrestleMania a few times, and even just seeing him in person was always cool, even though he's been in his later years as of late. But yeah, Scott Hall, big fan. It was a big loss this past week. Came completely out of nowhere, and I'm very glad I had the chance to meet him. Very great guy, and his impact on the industry will never be forgotten.
Graham Matthews, thank you for joining us. You go by GSM according to your Twitter. We are GMS, so we had our first appearance of GSM on GMS. Follow Graham Wrestler Rant on Twitter. Graham, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Gaming Morning Show.
Thanks, Graham.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, guys. I looked at the email. I'm like, wait, did I read this wrong? It said GMS originally. And I'm like, did they send me like GSM and I got it wrong? And I'm just like illiterate or something. But, I'm glad this worked out. Thanks a lot, guys, for having me on. This was awesome. I appreciate it. Have a great one.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
That was Graham Matthews on Gaming Morning Show. There you go, Mike. The first dose of two big wrestling moments today on Gaming Morning Show and GMS with GMS After Dark coming up later today.
I could talk wrestling for hours, so I might need to reach out to Graham again for a future GMS After Dark episode, because man, he hit the nail on the head with the Scott Hall stuff. May 27th, 1996 is when he showed up on WCW TV, and that ladder match was great. Tonight I'm going to talk with Rich Fan, and I'm sure we're going to talk about those exact two things at some point. So super stoked.
GMS After Dark every Wednesday at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time with Look It's Maiko. And you can follow Look It's Maiko on Twitch. When you do, you go to twitch.tv/LookIt'sMaiko. Mike's reserved 4 emote slots for Gaming Morning Show, so you can get those easiest way. Subscribe to Look It's Maiko on Twitch, and appreciate Mike doing that for us on this side of things. Downs seem to have fun. Said, I don't have the talent either to make some of these. The Creator Wrestler sounds like it's gotten a little bit more in depth than it used to be.
Well, you can do like the most minute details. I bought Elden Ring, so my new video game thing is tapped for a while. But as soon as I can get 2K22, I plan on getting it, literally just for making characters. So nice. That's all I want to do. Yeah.
All right. It's 7:45 on the West Coast, 10:45 out East. Now it is 2:45 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. See what Maiko's tracking at this hour.
Well, welcome back to the newsroom. What's going on today? I don't know. Recently, we had a story about a world record-setting tuber. Not a tuba, a tuber. It was a potato. It was really big. But guess what? We've entered Potato Gate, folks. New Zealand couple who applied to have a massive vegetable named Doug, if you remember Doug, recognized as the world's heaviest potato by Guinness Records, said the DNA test had a shocking result. Ben Hooper tells us that the tuber is in fact not a potato. Colin and Donna Craig Brown, who unearthed the 17.4-pound object from their Waikato farm in August of 2021, said Guinness Records requested a sample of Doug for DNA testing as part of their record application, and they heard back from the organization on Sunday. The Craig Brown said Guinness had the sample tested by Science and Advice for Scottish Agriculture, or SASA, and the examination revealed Doug the Spud was actually a tuber of a type of gourd. I'm disappointed, but he's still Doug, not the biggest potato, Colin Craig Brown told Stuff.co.nz. It's been a real roller coaster of Potato-rama. We hopped on the roller coaster eyes wide open and enjoyed the ride, and this was the last real twist. Craig Brown speculated that Doug must have been the result of a seedling he purchased that may have been crossbred with a gourd and a cucumber. A gourd-cumber, as they call them in the black market. I'm trying to rationalize how this happened, he said. Craig Brown said the saga has inspired him to make a new attempt at growing the world's largest potato. It inspired me to grow my potato and really get stuck in it. Draw on all the knowledge and scientific know-how that I've accumulated through the process with all the experts. I'm really going to have it all. I'm really going to give it my all and have a go at growing the biggest potato in the world, he said. Craig Brown also said that Doug has a future as vodka. Huh. Go figure. I can't wait to drink some Doug. It'll be great. But yeah, so that brings a conclusion to Potato Gate 2022, I guess.
Oh, poor Doug.
Sorry, Doug. We hope we're rooting for you. I was hoping, but he, unfortunately, was not he was a gourd cumber. Poor Doug.
Always dreamed of being a potato.
He hoped.
Quite do it.
He hoped.
Him and his dog pork chop.
It's like that movie from the 80s where the girl pretended to be a boy and went to the prom. Oh, God, what is it called? She wanted to...
Top Gun.
Yep, that one right there. Perfect. I don't know.
Animal House.
The 80s movie
16
with
Candles.
Girl pretending to be a
Breakfast
boy.
Club.
Just one of the guys.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Just one of the guys.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Perfect. That's
Anything with Molly Ringwald.
Goonies.
Actually, did this movie you're referencing star Molly Ringwald?
No, it did not.
Okay, because I had like a 70% chance. So, Footloose.
Shut loose. Drift off your Sunday shoes.
Actually, that would have been great had they rhymed Footloose with more like shoo sounds at the end, like shoos, like you just said. That would have been great. I want to hear a new Footloose with it more emphatic on the shoo sound.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm
no
not
longer
gonna have
I
any.
no longer want to see that ever.
I don't want that to happen.
7:50 now.
Yeah.
Gaming Morning Show. Look, it's Myco, Sports.Gaming, Hefty Goof with you today. Like we talked about, GMS After Dark coming up later today. And then you can check out on our YouTube page right now, Horizon Forbidden West. We have debuted episode 8 of the Let's Play series from GMS Plays. This is a pretty cool game. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm curious, is it as stunning to you? I know you still need to hook it up to like your really good TV, but like, is it everything that you'd hoped for visually, Sean?
Really good.
It's gorgeous. It's just nonstop gorgeous. And one of the graphical issues I had with the first one was you would enter not cutscenes but like conversations with characters, and those were real bad in the first one. And the speaking animations were just not quite there. They're much improved in this one, and so the gameplay is gorgeous, the cutscenes are gorgeous, and then even those conversations are less uncanny valley-y than they used to be. It's been fun. Uncanny valley-y.
Are there any dinosaurs?
Robot dinosaurs. I fought a robot T-Rex and robot Triceratops and a robot woolly mammoth coming on tomorrow's episode, I believe.
A robot woolly mammoth?
Yeah. I mean, it's a robot, but then you look at it, you're like, that's clearly an elephant, but the other things are dinosaurs, so it's a woolly mammoth.
Did you know that
woolly mammoths were dinosaurs?
Did you know that woolly mammoths still roamed the earth when the Egyptians built the pyramids?
I saw that the other day.
Now you know.
I think that was you. You posted that in our Discord.
That was me.
Oh, Quiet's right. I got a T-Rex, a Triceratops, a woolly mammoth. I mean, there have been bird type ones, none that were clear like pterodactyls, but we can call one of those a pterodactyl. So now I just need a saber-toothed tiger, which guess there are some that you could technically call saber-toothed tiger-ish. So yeah, we got the whole Power Rangers set.
What was the white one?
The Tiger Zord.
Was the
It was
white
just
one
a
the
white
Tiger
tiger?
Zord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Power
What was the
Rangers.
green one?
The
Was
Dragon
the green one
Zord.
like a velociraptor? Oh yeah.
It was
yeah,
a
look at that.
dragon.
Man, it's been a while.
This Power Rangers, right?
Yeah, it's the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Don't DMC me.
Nope. Hello. Would you like to come over here?
Do we have a kitty?
Yes, actually.
Hello.
Hello.
Meow.
Woof.
Is Mike chasing Arturo?
Dixie. No, Dixie got it. You alright, kid? Puppy?
Zev, by the way,
Run, Sean, run!
advised you to run away because there's a bear in your window.
What if a bear showed up behind Bear Bear? That'd be scary.
Eh?
It's just Bear Bear, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like bear weather, just bear weather.
Bear weather?
Yeah, the weather's always consistent around bear, but many other bears have to deal with actual variations in their
The
climate.
weather outside is Bear Bear.
Accurate. The weather here is gorgeous. It's going to be 75 today.
Nice.
And then it's going to be 44 on Friday.
It's a little roller coaster of weather.
That's
Next hour,
the Midwest weather.
we'll tell you about a Texas man who won $75,000. We'll tell you how. Right now, it's time for sports. Yesterday, Alex Ovechkin, 767th goal, passed Jaromir Jagr for third on the NHL career list. Washington beat your New York Islanders 4-3.
Is he like 48, 57 at this point? Like
Alexander Ovechkin?
846 years old?
He ain't young.
Did he? I think he helped invent hockey.
No, it was Tim Horton.
His dad was Mr.
Tim
Hockey.
Horton.
No,
his dad was Tim Horton?
No, his dad was Mr. League. National H League. Nice to meet you. Colorado Avalanche have acquired Nico Strum from the Minnesota Wild for Tyson Jost. Swap
Would
of
you
centers.
call me?
Kyrie Irving,
Only 36.
career high 60 points. Nets end up getting a win over Orlando, 150-108. It's the most points scored by a player in Nets NBA history.
It's probably the most the Mets have ever scored in NBA history, too.
The Mets have never put up 150 in a game.
Nope. Not on purpose.
K-Laugh, what's the major league record for most runs scored in a game?
69.
Andrew Whitworth has retired from the Rams, was the 40-year-old left tackle for the Rams in their Super Bowl championship win over Cincinnati. Freddie Freeman has cut ties with the Braves, or the Braves cut ties with Freddie, either way. Now, Matt Olson will be the first baseman, $168 million, 8-year contract.
They locked him up for a long time. They sure did. Oof. Apparently, also, it's been reported that Kyle Schwarber just signed with the Phillies. The Phillies of Philadelphia. Congrats. You got a guy that can either strike out or hit a home run. Way to go.
Uris Familia and left-handed reliever Brad Hand are also expected or have signed one-year contracts with the Phillies. That's according to the Associated Press.
Yeah, they like taking the Mets trash.
Well, I love Brad Hand as a pitcher name.
Brad Hand.
Maybe a better first.
That'd be better as a
name.
catcher. Though.
Oh, catcher. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Yeah,
that's good. Braves also have dealt some prospects for Olson, as we mentioned. Also, Colin McHugh has signed a deal with the Braves' former Tampa Bay right-hander. So a lot of movement. I even think I read
That's
yesterday
crazy.
that Anthony Rizzo is going to re-sign with the Yankees.
Yep, he did this morning. 2 years, $38 million.
Sadness.
Or maybe it was 38 per year. I don't know. It's some ridiculous number. But speaking of New York, the New York has announced that the Mets and the Yankees both have to comply with the vaccine mandates. So if you play for the Mets or the Yankees and you're not vaccinated, you're not allowed to play. Which apparently is a problem. So it's National Vaccination Day, guys. What better day to get vaccinated than today? So yeah, there's a lot of concerns about what that means for, namely Aaron Judge, because he is not vaccinated. He was asked yesterday to give some crazy idea, which then prompted fans to say, which will he miss more of? Games due to not being vaccinated, or games due to being on the injured list? So that's a fun game.
This has been a topic because of Kyrie Irving, who's not vaccinated, cannot play in Brooklyn Nets home games. So can Aaron Judge play at the Mets?
Well, he's a Yankee. Oh no, yeah, ooh, yes. So it does. Well,
Kyrie Irving or visiting teams, non-vaccinated players can play at Brooklyn.
Correct. So yeah, if he were to play when he plays the Mets, he technically or theoretically could play.
Wow.
So, yep.
That's bizarre.
It's a whole big mess, and it would just be easier if you freaking got vaccinated. Again, I walk out there, I lose cell service. There's no reason not to get vaccinated. Also, I don't have superpowers. But yeah, so that's the big news. And apparently, speaking of Mr. Irving, he actually is going to get the Nets in a lot of trouble because he went into the locker room post-game 2 or 3 nights ago, and the NBA is looking at, and the state of New York is looking at fining them a pretty big, as we might say, a hefty amount of money for breaking the rules.
A hefty fine.
A hefty fine.
Do I get all hefty fines?
Yes.
You should. You definitely should.
I'll make a call.
Oh, and also yesterday, Andrew Whitworth, who plays for the Rams, he played a long time in Cincinnati, just announced his retirement.
Again?
Hall of Fame career. We'll definitely get it. Did you say again? Did we announce that yesterday?
We said it 4 minutes ago.
Did we?
That's great.
What I meant to say was I'm just reaffirming what Ryan said about Andre Whitworth retiring.
Your Los Angeles Kings yesterday. Oh, wait, they lost. Chris M.E.'s Los Angeles Kings yesterday. 3-0 loss at Colorado to your Colorado Avalanche. Quiet M Gaming says the highest scoring game in MLB history was on August 25th, 1992. Sorry, 25th August 1922 at Cubs Park. The Cubs beat the Phillies 26-23. Is that the most combined runs, or was that the most?
Yes, that's the highest scoring game combined. Okay. I found a game in 1955 between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Athletics, where the White Sox beat them 29-6.
Oof.
So it looks like the highest I could find is 29 for a single team scoring record.
Also, in silly season news, Baker Mayfield's time in Cleveland looks to be up.
Tell me more, because I had seen that he wrote like a letter to fans, but cited kind of more like not sure what's going to happen.
Well, it sounds like Cleveland, the team, may be done with Baker. I'm not sure that Baker wants to be done with the team. However, it looks like the landing spot that he prefers is here in Indianapolis with the Colts.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be a pretty interesting offseason. There's going to be quite a few guys on the move. Jimmy Garoppolo will more than likely be on the move. Marcus Mariota is probably going to end up somewhere else. Tom Brady is going to announce his retirement again in a couple weeks and then come back out of retirement just because. And then he's probably going to retire again at some point before the start of training camp and then come back out. And then, of course, Deion Sanders is just Deion Sanders.
He had toes amputated the other day.
He had him amputated?
Yeah, well, he had to. I don't think he elected for it.
Well, yeah. He's like, you know what I really would like? Just cut off some toes.
Yeah, don't need those
weight loss scheme.
And Andrew Whitworth has retired from the. Okay, it's 8:01 on the West Coast, 11:01 on the East Coast. It is 3:01 for those watching GMS in the UK. I hope you are enjoying the 16 March 2022. It is the weekend of the week. We have to say goodbye to Sean. So everyone, say goodbye to Sean, I guess, and Bear and such. So, wow, it's a calm exit actually.
That worked. First time ever. All right, as long as my chair doesn't break. Whoa.
We'll play higher or lower as well. The new version of Google Feud. Mike O, Hefty Goof, back on the other side. His Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. GamingMorningShow.tv. You might want to
when
go
you
back
need
to bed.
coffee, you drink your Dunkin' coffee. Okay, it's not bad. It's good for you. But then afterwards, you take a shower with your Dr. Squatch soap.
Yeah, yeah.
Dunkin' coffee. Dunkin' coffee, you say?
Didn't see that happening.
My favorite Dunkin' coffee is caramel black.
Oh, there you go. See?
Mm-hmm.
He's got the
caramel black. I'll talk about the caramel black for a period of time because it's caramel black, and I'm not stalling. You're stalling. It's Dunkin' Donuts cold brew. I can't talk. Dunkin'
And I'm
Donuts,
kind of
you
partial
say?
to midnight black Dunkin' coffee.
What happened?
It's delicious. And it's
Ryan just
slightly
ran right
sweet.
through his back.
Running through a wall straight to your stream. Oh, yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. Gaming Morning Show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. A daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games, Google Feud, and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being here. Weekend of the week. It is 16 March 2022. That is Look, It's Mike O. I am Hefty Goof. Thanks for being along for the ride for all 3 hours this morning on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Tonight, it is GMS After Dark. We are so excited to have the weekly show with Look, It's Mike O. Rich Fan will join to talk more about wrestling. Are you going to talk much about Scott Hall like we did this morning with Graham Matthews?
I guarantee we'll touch upon him. I mean, any wrestling fan knows a lot about Scott Hall. I actually saw someone on Twitter last night say, like, hey, the reason I think Scott Hall is so beloved by people is because he has really grown with folks via like social media. He's been on a lot of podcasts, a lot of TV shows. So we've gotten to see the human side of Scott Hall versus just the wrestler side. And the dude was such a likable fellow. So I mean, he was a great guy. One of the smartest minds in wrestling. And I think, you know, any modern wrestling fan who grew up watching wrestling in the mid 90s and beyond are huge Razor Ramon / Scott Hall fans. So there's a lot of emotion involved, and I'm sure Rich and I will chat a little bit about Scott and kind of his legacy on the game.
We had Graham Matthews on earlier in the show and talked about having a Razor Ramon autograph, which was kind of cool. If you miss any of our interview with Graham or yesterday with Charlie Rosen playing 5 Questions GMS, go to our YouTube page and subscribe, won't you please? And we will have standalone videos from both of them coming up. In the near future, right now, you can watch Horizon Forbidden West GMS Plays YouTube exclusive on our YouTube page as well.
Hello to the Final Hour crew.
Final Hour crew is here. Superphonic. Hey, it's Brendan _TTV is here. Pickle Feet.
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see you this morning.
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Chris M. Yee.
The mayor of the internet is here. Chris will be streaming later today, usually around 6 p.m. Pacific time. Who else has been hanging out with us? Quiet, I Am Gaming. Above Zenith has been here this morning as well. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gaming Morning Show. I am JF Downs, who is, as Mike mentioned during GSM's appearance on the show, the Streamer Wrestling Federation. You can get your avatar, your character created by JF Downs, which is pretty cool. Zevtastic has been with us throughout the course of the morning, and many others. Thanks for hanging out with us on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. We are a morning radio show that plays games. Kiki Low, Superphonic, checking in with the FHC as well. Daylight savings time. It may come to an end.
It may.
It feels like everyone yesterday on Twitter was extremely optimistic in the U.S. about this happening. But then it makes me think, like, in like the blink of an eye, something that many people probably perceive as a good thing will just probably not happen, because why should we get our hopes up?
I can see the House just saying this is worthless. We're not going to talk about it. And it dying in the House, in Congress, just because they have other things that they want to do. I mean, this would be an easy win for everybody, I think. But, you know, I mean, what else? Unfortunately, it's become a political thing, and it's just stupid.
Kate Zaid from the pre-show crew is here as well. It is good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us for the duration of the show, Kate.
That was awful.
Did you?
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, God. Sorry, that just popped in my head. Now you all have to deal with it.
Was that an Aqua song?
Take you to my room. No.
Because I thought...
I don't remember who it was.
It wasn't the Barbie Girl group, right?
No. I want to say it was like the Venga Boys or something.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right. That does sound right.
Oh, I keep listening to the ball.
Hey,
boom,
listen.
boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Never mind.
In Rocket League, hitting the soccer ball is not something that you need to worry about doing. It's not like it's the only objective of the game.
No. You're the better objective is hitting other cars.
Right. This is actually a demolition derby game, believe it or not.
That's basically what it is. But it's like demolition derby and soccer had a baby.
There was a demolition derby game that came out that's Digital Doc Games that told me about probably over a year ago that Doc thought might be good for us to play, and I never looked into it.
Wasn't it Twisted Metal?
Oh, I loved Twisted Metal. That's not what it was, but did you play Twisted Metal back in the day?
Oh, heck yeah, I did.
There's still supposed to be like a TV series, which I actually think could work, because Twisted Metal had a pretty good like character lore for each of their
they did.
characters. So what was the like ringleader of that whole game called? Christopher
Walken.
I hope it is.
Checks out.
I hope Christopher Walken Calypso, I think his name was. Calypso, maybe.
Calypso.
But that would be great if Christopher Walken plays the main like organizer of Twisted Metal games. That'd be hilarious.
That would be pretty rad.
Vanga Boys with exclamation points from both IMJF Downs and Superphonic, so you were correct about that.
Not forever.
Brendan goes, Daylight Savings is currently kicking my butt. Thank goodness my boss is out of town because I've been late 2 days in a row. We talked about that in the first hour, Brendan, was kind of like, what are the main complaints people have about Daylight Savings Time? And Sean and I were both kind of like, well, we have to change like 2 clocks around, but that's a good question.
That's the worst part.
Well, does anyone else get like, what's the bionic clock or whatever that thing's called? Your internal clock or something like that. Like, do you get like impacted? Is it harder for you to wake up when there's time changes? Because I don't even get
too much cheese. I get impacted.
Because I don't get like jet lagged or anything either.
Really?
Yeah, I can get off an airplane in a different time zone and be fine.
That'll wreck me. This doesn't, as far as this goes. So I mean, you know, it just kind of is what it is. And oh gosh,
I did not mean to hit you. I apologize. I was trying to hit the other person.
All good. I'm just gonna scroll over here. Where's our? Oh, that's that team. That's
well, and that's the worst part is we would have scored had I not smacked you. So my fault. In California, says Chris M.E., we voted to do away with observing daylight savings time, but I'm not sure why it hasn't happened. I wonder if that's like what Sean was talking about with the Canadian cities that are like, if New York City does it, we'll do it. Maybe California's like, we'll do it, but we can't be the only ones.
Yeah, like they're waiting. Well, because I think Arizona does it.
Arizona does
right?
it, yeah. Which, if Arizona didn't, then as a bordering state, maybe it would make sense that California could have an easy transition to it. So,
yeah, that would make sense. It'd make a lot of sense, but
Brendan goes, "Cause that was just the public saying yes, please do this." But then it wasn't actually a proposition. It was like a fancy poll that was like a ballot, basically.
Yeah. That's one of, like, politics is infamous for that. Like, we'll do things where, you know, they're like, yeah, no, we're going to vote for this. But then it doesn't really matter. Suckers. We're just gauging public interest. Like, well, can you, like, just make a website? Why is it got to be on a poll?
That's kind of become like a tactic by organizations now, is to put something out there like on social media and be like, I wonder how people would feel about this. And then if it gets like a positive reaction, they'll be like, oh, that's good because we were actually thinking about it. But if it gets negative reaction, it's like, oh, well, that was just something we brought up, but we've never thought about it. According to Quiet, same here in Florida. Unfortunately, we needed this piece of legislation that just passed to actually do it because I guess we didn't have the authority.
Well, to be fair, I mean, no offense, Quiet, but Florida's kind of a dumpster fire anyway. Because didn't they vote to give felons the vote again? And then Ron DeSantis was like, I don't really care. No. So, yeah, I mean, Florida's not a great judge of anything government.
Quiet goes, I think Arizona didn't need it because they wanted to keep non-daylight savings time. This bill, what Florida voted for, was permanent daylight savings time. So it'd be the time we're in now, is what I understand.
So
right now we're in PST.
Arkansas, what? Arizona doesn't spring ahead. They just fall back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
That would suck.
Yeah, so like we sprung ahead in the Pacific Northwest, and so they stayed wherever they were. So right now in Arizona, it's probably 9:20 a.m. Probably.
Yeah, because I wouldn't not want it to be like it is now. Like some people are, you know, like, oh, I like when we fall back, which is great and all, but like I don't want. I like the extra hour of daylight. Fudge, that went the wrong way. So yeah, I mean I like it later. Even though my youngest daughter argues with us that she shouldn't go to bed because the sun's still up, and you're like, this happens every year, sweetheart. And she's like, well, I don't care. It's the daytime. And then in the morning she gets up and it's dark, and she's like, it's the middle of the night. And you're like, nope, it's time to get up for school. Yeah.
It's almost like it's cyclical.
It's so weird.
Oh, the sun
So
and the moon and the stars. All of this amazing stuff.
In space.
One of the crazy things, too, about Indiana, where we live, is we're right on the very edge of the time zone. So where we used to live was Central Time, and then they switched back for, I don't know why, but they did. And so now it's like, so my sister-in-law lives in Virginia, and it'll get dark at like 7:30, but it doesn't get dark here until like midnight. It's crazy. So awesome. I love it.
Love it. Speaking of time, 8:21 West Coast, 11:21 out East, 3:21 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Although earlier in the afternoon as it stands right now. Let's see. I usually don't wake up to an alarm, says Brendan, and I have to use one during DST change, and it's rough on me. Also, Brendan says, basically the same thing here, I think, but maybe a bunch of states all did it, and they took that info to Washington. That was going back to legislation in Florida. Downs goes, not in the UK. If we have a vote, we stick to the result. However, detrimental or different to what was voted for, turns out.
Brexit, yo.
I was going to say, I wonder what that could be a reference to, Downs.
Hello, FHC.
Brendan, classic FHC overtime, for sure. Brendan goes, I honestly don't care which one we settle on. I just want to stop switching. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'd prefer. So,
yeah. I'm just sick of trying to figure out which clock switched and which one didn't. And yeah. I don't know. Is this one? That one? No. Is this one? Yeah.
It's like the line in Dr. Seuss's The Sneetches, where it's like whichever is which one and this one is who or whatever. It's the same kind of thing. So, we play a game on this show called Google Feud. And whenever we play it, you should see our inbox. We get your letters. Thank you, everyone who sends these in. Your emails, your tweets about just how much you love this game. It is your support of Google Feud that keeps the show going. Headed by our captain of Google Feud, Look, it's Myko. So this is how it works. Say we're on the screen right now. And it's asking, hey, Noah's Ark gets 246,000 average monthly searches, okay? And then you go, well, does YouTube get more or less than that? Well, you'd be inclined to say, well, it's higher, right? Which it is. It's 1.68 billion, okay? And then you're like, okay, well, what about liposuction? You're like, well, clearly liposuction gets less than YouTube, okay? Now, what we need to know, liposuction at 201,000 average monthly searches, does that get more or less? Is hipster higher or lower in terms of searches than liposuction on an average monthly basis?
I hate this.
But would you rather go to other Google Feud?
Almost.
I don't believe you.
I'd rather play the monster game.
Which, by the way, this is a terrible way to approach this, which is me looking and be like, well, I know you don't like this, but would you like the worst one? we should be trying to make things more fun, right? So.
I'm gonna guess that people look at hipster. I think the chat seems to say higher. So we got 1, 2, 3 higher. Yeah, they're all hires. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a safe bet. I can't imagine people are Googling liposuction more than hipster. I mean, I've Googled hipster in the last 24 hours.
Is Bob a hipster?
No. Bob's a boxster.
Let's go higher. You are correct, chat.
Correct.
673,000 average monthly searches for hipster. And we move ahead. This is a chance to break our high score. Jennifer Lawrence has higher or lower searches than hipster.
That's easy. This one's dumb.
You think it's going to be higher?
Oh, yeah. I guarantee it's higher.
People know who Jennifer Lawrence is. People may not know who hipster is.
Well, yeah, but So, the internet is a scary place, right? And people are going to Google pictures of Jennifer Lawrence. But you have to Google her name first. So I don't think they're looking like. Well, I mean, honestly, it's probably the same for hipster. People aren't just, they're looking up to like, I want to be a hipster. How should I look? And then looking at that. Which I'm very upset about hipsters because I had a beard for a very long time. I'm not a hipster, okay? Stop calling me hipsters, people, because I wear skinny jeans. But I guarantee that she's higher.
Do not
for no
Google
other
that.
reason. For no other reason than people want to like Google pictures of her.
A mere 2.7 million average monthly searches. Jennifer Lawrence gets more searches than hipster.
Yes.
All right, now we put up Jennifer Lawrence at 2.7 million. Looney Tunes has higher or lower searches than Jennifer Lawrence.
Way lower. Way.
Meanwhile, Downs is asking you, Maiko, am I a hipster?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, I don't. Do you like? This is gonna sound really terrible. Do you like comb your hair, Downs? Like when I take my hat off and I like do my hair, it looks kind of hipstery. And I hate when people are like, "Oh, you're a hipster." Like, no, I'm not trying to be. I'm fat. You can't be a fat hipster. I think that's like the rule.
I do remember.
Books.
One of the stereotypical associations with hipsters was that they do things that were, but are kind of uncool, and then they make it cool again. One of those things was Pabst Blue Ribbon. I mean, you only drink Miller High Life. That's kind of hipsterish.
I was drinking Miller High Life before it was hipsterish.
Before it was cool,
Same.
huh?
Ice cold.
Ooh, we got a little bit of a controversy here. Pickle.
Who says higher?
Tracer and Chris M.E. say lower. Kate Zaid says definitely lower. But one higher from Downs. Okay, it's not
This
that
is
much.
the you. No, this is the you guy. We don't go with that.
I'm sorry, Downs. That you is
Huge
gonna
troll.
live with you.
Huge troll.
It's like a scarlet letter for you. Because it's a letter. This is the you guy. All right, we're going to go lower. Looney Tunes gets 450,000 average searches.
A lot.
All right.
A lot.
I imagine that the difficulty on this is going to get really ramped up because the algorithm knows now. Okay.
What?
I don't know. Looney Tunes has 450,000 average monthly searches. Catalina, nope. Catalonia has higher or lower searches than Looney Tunes.
So that brings me to this point, right? How many people Google Catalonia because they actually mean Catalina, or vice versa? So like, that's gonna skew the numbers, obviously.
Like if I were to go to a restaurant and be like, I'd like a salad, I'll take a Catalonia dressing, please.
No, a what? Like, oh no, I'm sorry, Catalina. My bad. I added too many letters to that. I don't even know where the hell Catalonia is.
Is it more
Catalonia
inhabited than Madagascar? Higher or lower population, Mike?
Are you effing kidding me? It's right by freaking Andorra. Andorra
Is
haunts
this why
me.
you didn't like playing GeoGuessr anymore?
It haunts me.
All right, so we got Kate Zaid contributing, and when I'm thinking lower. Doesn't it tell you how many searches though, Kate?
No, I'm gonna go lower. Well, this was 2017 though, right?
No, it's since 2017, I believe. Like
Let me
cumulative.
see. I'm gonna look. No, it doesn't. I mean, kind of, but yeah, there's no way that this number is accurate.
Okay. Chris
this
ME
would be
is
more than Jennifer Lawrence by a lot.
Chris
That's
ME
not.
is Natalie and Buglia on this one.
I'm torn. He's all out of faith.
I think lower has it, and this is where if we had that damn poll function, this would be a lot easier game to play. All right, we're gonna go lower. Chad, are we okay with lower? Yeah, everyone. We got one lower from Downs, lower from Kate, lower from Quiet. Then we had a higher from Chris and me, higher from Trey. Actually, I think you might have to decide, Mike.
Gosh. So Catalonia is a part of Spain that has Barcelona in it. So that is what gets me. But freaking it borders Andorra. I hate you, Andorra. We're going lower.
Going lower from Look It's Myco.
Hate you, Andorra.
Here we go. 823,000.
What?
823,000. I'm so sorry. But we have
How stupid.
That was
Now we gotta watch a
incorrect
commercial.
still.
Freaking Andorra.
Is that our penalty for losing the game? Is we have to watch a T-Mobile spot
of a guy with or a chick with a horse face mask.
A person. Hey, that's still a high score. Our all-time record now is 5.
I don't care. Freaking Andorra. It just mocks me.
Quiet says there are ways to do polls beyond the Twitch one. Quiet, I have
Nope.
a homework assignment for you now. If you can find one that
There's not-
reliably
it's not true.
works. Because the one that we tried, man, was through a Nightbot or something. So. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, if you have one, send it our way. Because I think this game would be a lot more fun to play. Especially if it has a browser overlay and we can see it in real time. That would be cool. So, thank you for that, Quiet. Tracer goes, I told you. Also, Tracer's here for the final hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see you. Pickle Feet says if we get it wrong, we have to watch it. Yeah, that's our penalty, Pickle. If we get it wrong, we all have to go to the T-Mobile store. Do. I am JF Downs. I blame the Looney Tunes. Why are people not Googling them?
What?
And then
Downs.
Tracer says they want to be independent from Spain. So.
Who? Catalonia or Andorra?
And then Chris goes, this is what happens when you go with the you guy. Downs, is this the main reason you want to play Google Feud now? Is because you are the you guy, and so we have to do the whole you thing whenever we play. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth.
See, this is what happens, Downs. When you troll, you become known as the troll, and then that's the end of it. I knew I should have went with higher just because of Barcelona. I don't know if you know this, but Barcelona is kind of a big deal.
I believe it's pronounced Barcelona.
Barca? Barcelona? That's rude.
I don't think it's Barcelona. That was really
Barf.
strange. The person
God.
who was trying to score got like
Was on a
zapped
teammate.
out of the game. That was nuts. All right, coming up, we're going to tell you about a Texas man who won $75,000. That's coming up with Look It's Myco at this hour. Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News. We recap the video game headlines of the day. And then if you're watching on Twitch, we will send you somewhere to say good morning from GMS. Today is Erik Estrada's birthday. And that brought up the topic.
Erik Estrada Day?
Is there's someone named Erika Estrada. And we found some animator that we shared. It was at... Oh, man, where is it? I had this website.
Erika
Hold on.
Estrada.
It was like a website, though.
Sure was. It was a designer who makes pants or something.
Yeah, Pants Animator.
What's your specialty, pants? Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
sports.
animate nothing else, just pants.
But there is a Twitch streamer named Miss Erika Estrada. Now, hasn't streamed in over 2 months, but has tweeted within the last 4 days. So, not necessarily saying that content creation is done for Miss Erika Estrada. An asexual guy who sometimes dresses in drag for online lip syncs and as of recent is a self-taught advocate for his own mental health and well-being. So,
not for pants?
Not a pants animator as far as I can tell from this bio. So, and if
that guy can fly, that's cheating.
If you Google Erika...
Stop hitting me!
Or not Google, if you go into Twitch... just a Twitter search, excuse me, you find Erika Estrada at HollowCat, and then 2 other Erika Estradas, and then the rest are like profile pic profiles. Like there's an Erika Estrada 3, an Erika Estrada 2, an Erika Estrada 1, right? So,
yep.
If you stumble across another Erika Estrada, will you please put it in our Discord? There you go. Downs goes, I really like old Google Feud. My favorite was the one where we had to make our own answers. That was the hardest one because you even had to have like spelling exactly correct.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't give it to you.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a tough break. Oh no! I don't know what happened there. Did you vote to concede?
I did. Huh. I was getting sick of our teammate just smashing me.
I didn't vote to concede.
No, nope, not at all.
We wouldn't do such a thing. Tracer says egg coffee. Yes, I do have your recommendation for egg coffee. It's gonna happen.
Eggs.
You know what else is gonna happen? A GMS Name of the Month giveaway. Why do you always snicker?
Nothing.
No? You got some in your nose?
Yeah, it's just little. My throat.
Throat's in your nose.
We're good. Throat's in my nose.
Got a little throat in my nose.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of birthdays too, learned earlier this morning that emmaisasink's birthday was actually yesterday. I thought it was today. But I still believe, maybe, possibly, I don't know, that there is a birthday bash stream coming up on the 16th of March. And I look at the calendar and today is the 16th of March. So if you go to twitch.tv/emmaisasink, it's a good chance that you might see a birthday stream that includes Outlast 2, Fall Guys, and more. Birthday bash. emmaisasink.
Oh.
So there you go. Also,
Kim bash. It was a sorry.
Kim Chica has new videos out on YouTube as well, so you can go to twitch.tv/KimChica and see those YouTube videos. We have ours as well, which the Horizon Forbidden West Let's Play. Episodes 1 through 8 available now. Go to youtube.com/GamingMorningShow. Mike O, what are you tracking at this hour?
What am I tracking? I guess we'll never know until I tell you. Do you enjoy getting robocalls? Because I sure do. They're my favorite. Why are they my favorite, you ask? Because you can win money over them, according to Dan Carson from Cron.com. Does this one Austin area man has leveraged this distinction to fight back in court against illicit robocallers to the tune of thousands of dollars, according to a new report from KXAN's Arizona Deuced. Dan Graham, a financial accountant who splits his time between Dallas and Austin, told Deuced he's won $75,000 in court decisions since launching a protracted effort to find and sue the companies behind intrusive telemarketing calls. I probably get in any given day 10 calls on average, Graham told Deuced. I counted one day that I got 24 that day. Hoping to cut down on the noise, Graham listed his number on the National Do Not Call Registry. When the calls persisted, he contacted the Better Business Bureau and Federal Trade Commission and filed complaints. Per the FTC, companies that illegally call numbers on the National Do Not Call Registry or place an illegal robocall can currently be fined up to $43,792. With that in mind, Graham began to identify and file lawsuits against telemarketing firms who contacted him in violation of the express written consent before robocalling. According to Deuced, Graham has filed 50 lawsuits in small business court seeking redress over illegal robocalling. Many of his early attempts failed, but eventually began to win decisions that resulted in thousands of dollars in penalties for the offending companies. So if you have a lot of money and want to sue these places, go for it. Because I honestly bet that he has lost more money than he's made in court fees. Especially if he's done 50 or so. So
You really
suck
think
on
that's
that,
the case?
robocall companies. What's that?
You really think that that's the case, that he's lost more than he's earned?
I bet it's got to be close. It's got to be close to a push, if anything. Because, I mean, you got to pay court filing fees and all that. I mean, I guess because he's a lawyer, it may be a little bit different. Maybe it's not as bad. But yeah, it's, I mean, for like you or I, it would cost us a metric poop ton of money to do that.
How many economies is a metric poop ton?
6.3.
Nice. It makes me wonder, though, because first off, I like the fact that the fine is precisely $43,792, like up to. They come up with that number.
It's like a random number. Like,
is it like the lotto system where it's like, all right, Federal Trade Commission, we need to figure out a fine for this? Okay, absolutely. Let's go over to the desk. And then there's somebody who's like, 4, 3. And then that's how they come up. They need 5 numbers.
Just start naming numbers. All right.
I mean, I have my kids often when we have to break ties and petty arguments that children have. I'll have them, I'm like, fine, pick a number between 1 and 7. And then I ask Siri to pick a number between 1 and 7. And whoever's closest gets to pick.
That's really smart.
Parenting tips with Hefty. Gaming, we can have a parenting tips corner.
I don't usually have a number in mind when I do that with my kids, so I just figure out who I think will make the best decision in the moment.
I think I do that too. The number thing is only when it actually makes sense to do it.
Yeah. Like, which kid is going to say the thing I agree with the most?
But then, yeah, the lawyer, whoever, the person in Texas, like, maybe it takes just one win, and then you have this pool of money with which to work to try to get it. Because, anyway, my hope was, like, oh, maybe this is the way that we finally stop getting spam calls. Because I get spam calls all the time.
I just got a call during the show, and I listened to the voicemail. And the robot told me that I could get half off my AT&T bill, which is awesome because I don't have AT&T.
Well, half off of 0 is 0.
This is true. I also recently got a thing saying that I bought a car. I bought a Ford something or another, and I was running out of time to get the extended warranty. Course.
Oh.
But it looked super legit, and it was like, go to this website and make sure you fill it out, and then a day later I got a letter about it, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, they're doing hardcore pushing to get stuff now, and it's really frustrating.
Well, the other
that's why I always say, if you have time, go watch Kit Boga or Scammer Payback, because they call these guys and they mess with them something fierce.
I started to do freelance work, and part of that is going out and prospecting all this stuff. And I found myself in the middle of a chat-based interview, and something didn't feel right about it. So as I'm in the middle of, quote, chat-based interviewing, I'm Googling, how legit is chat-based interviewing? And it didn't give me the best feeling in the world, so I need to do some more research about, are any actual, job or freelance things conducted now through chat, because I can actually see that being possible, but I need to do some more research on it. But I was like, I don't think I'm interested in this opportunity anymore. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, when I worked at camp, we had a chat function on our website, but that was chat with the camp director. I don't know about like interviewing or whatnot.
Yeah. It was just kind of bizarre because it's like I'm gonna get to the point where they're gonna start asking me like, well, how do we contact you? And then you start giving information, and then I don't know about that.
So the weird thing though, right? Though, is if like 5 years ago you told me that, so like I have a job interview tomorrow on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
If you had told me that like, oh, everything's gonna be done via Zoom in the future, I'd be like, you're like, no, everything's still gonna be like phone calls or whatever. So I mean, honestly, it makes sense. Like in the place that we worked at together, we had the chat function. That was my favorite because I hated talking to people because people would just ask the same questions. And
yeah,
I hated saying the same thing over and over again. I could just type it out and, you know. So I mean, honestly, I think it'll be good if we go to a chat-based thing. That'd be cool. I'd be all about it.
And the biggest differentiator for me, because I am trying to be fair to it, because I'm not saying that it's not legit.
Yeah. It sounds sketchy.
Well, what you're talking about, that was initiated by the person seeking information, whereas this you apply for the job, like they're saying, hey, we want someone to do this, and so then I'm like, okay, I'm reaching out to find out more. It's like, okay, we do a chat-based interview. And that's not me seeking out the information from the beginning. They're posting the job listing, right? And so, again, I the first like 3 results in our chat interviews a scam were, yes, chat interviews are a scam. Whereas Zoom interviews make a lot of sense. So
yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with the chat one. I think I would do better in a chat interview, honestly, because I'd have time to be really clear and concise about what I'm writing. But I think the issue, though, is it's hard to convey any kind of emotion by a chat, right? So, like, if you make a comment, like, how many times do people get offended by something in a text message that's meant as, like, a joke? You know, like, because you can't imply tone when you're writing a chat message. So I think that's why I think it would be really difficult to do something like that. But, I mean, totally feasible. It's just... it would be very difficult if you're looking for a person who has any kind of personality or emotion, because you can't convey that over.
And then my next thought was, well, I'd like to talk to like almost like an accessibility expert too. Like, is this actually an advantage in that realm to having interviews conducted that way, or is it less discriminatory potentially because people don't get stuck on things like fit? So I'm curious what that could look like. And that's obviously not something we're going to solve this morning, but it's a good discussion. And it's been interesting because, I was at my last professional venture for over a half decade, right? Yeah. So it's been a long time since I've had to go out like soliciting for work as opposed to just doing things kind of word of mouth based. So,
yeah.
It is now 8:48 on the West Coast, 11:48 on the East, 3:40 for those watching GMS in the UK. I love the Zulululus. Chris, we're in the middle of conducting Zoom interviews for our new manager in our department at work. Chat would be too impersonal for that, I think, says Chris M. Yee. Cade Zaid says, I think so too. Chris M. Yee, that's why I was in 3 straight hours of meetings yesterday. Well, I hope it's going well. GMS is hosting is about to be taken over by chatbots.
Hosting interviews.
Look, it's Michael.
Hey.
I think Brendan's onto us.
Onto what?
The fact that we are bots.
What are you talking about?
This whole time.
I know nothing.
The entire time the Gaming Morning Show has been on the air, we actually have been bots. Have you seen us play Rocket League?
Maybe it was Skynet.
That's true, because no human could be that bad at a game.
Good morning, gamers. It is I, HeftyBot. From Quiet Angry.
That's why sometimes the good morning goes so long, because the software needs a moment to catch up.
It buffers. All the M's get buffered. Brendan goes, I was disconnected from chat, so I didn't see why you were in 3 straight hours of meetings, but oof, Chris. Rip.
Boredom. Chris was like, you know what? I'm just going to be in meetings all day.
Kate Zaid, we had to transcribe our interviews while we were doing them, and we get in trouble all the time for, quote, poor wording that could have been taken as adversarial. Brendan goes, today's question of the day is programming language, I assume. You could have put anything there, and I would have believed that that's how you computer program. For me, I just need Excel formulas, and then I'll be like, okay, now I'm computer programming. So
I hate Excel formulas.
You do? I love Excel.
I hate them.
Only when it's my Excel project. If you need me to do something for your Excel project, then I'm probably less interested.
Yeah.
So. Dungeon Master KJ here with the FHC. My current position was initially me typing out answers to interview questions and then basically defending my answers verbally to a panel. I found it very effective and efficient.
Hello, FHC.
That actually could be an interesting way to do it, right? So then it gives you both a chance. Because I've gotten feedback before, too, this a long time ago. But I wrote an email to try to get a job with a design house. And I'm not a designer, but I wanted to see what might be, right? And the person agreed to the meeting, and then we sat down, we had a meeting, and we get done, and she goes, you know, I enjoyed getting to, you know, set up this meeting, and your emails were fine and everything, but she's like, you're just so much better in person than you are in email. But I believe that, because that is true, so.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fair.
8:51. Let's get the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News, the recap of the video game headlines of the day. We do it every single show in the 6 o'clock hour, and if you miss any of it, well, we have a Twitter for that. Go to twitter.com/watchgms and search
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
We'll have clip of the day and takeaways that were pretty okay coming up as well. Here's Vice video game expert Lookins Michael.
Well, greetings. There's a game that just came out. Not many people have heard about it, but it is called Elden Ring. If you haven't yet played it, you should. Help get the word out so more people can buy it. Oh my gosh, you guys got the word out really fast. According to Wesley LeBlanc, Elden Ring sells 12 million copies right now. Actually, in less than 3 weeks. That's nuts. And From Software is expanding the brand beyond the game, which I recently learned is the name of the developer that made the game. Go crazy. But it's only been out for 20 days, and it's already sold 12 million copies, making it the best-selling From Software Soulsborne game yet. Comparatively, Dark Souls 3 took a couple of months to get 3 million. And as of a couple of years later, it only sold 10 million. So this is bonkers. Also, they're astonished to see how many people have been playing it. And they are hoping to expand it and make more Elden Ring content. They're hoping to expand Elden Ring beyond games, which I'm excited to see what that means. Maybe it means like graphic novels or some other stuff. Who really knows? But let's be excited. Also, from Kat Bailey at IGN, unfortunately, guys, EA Play isn't going to happen this year. Wah, wah. They have announced that usually they do a big EA Play event, but instead they're going to be rolling out things on a smaller level. We love EA Play, and it's our way of connecting with our players and sharing what's new with all of you. However, this year things aren't lining up to show you everything on one date. We have exciting things happening at our world-class studios, and this year we'll reveal much more. So you're going to get to see some stuff as it comes out. However, it'll be rolled out as it happens. They're developing the brand new Dead Space remake, which they're hoping will launch next year, as well as many new Star Wars games. So keep your eye on EA. Look for EA Play events, small events that come out, and they'll show you what's going on. So if you really enjoyed watching the big massive one, it sucks for you. Finally, from Game Informer, Marcus Stewart, not to be confused with Martha Stewart, but Ghostwire Tokyo is boasting 6 graphical modes for its PlayStation 5. So for the 37 of you that have it, congrats. You're going to get a whole bunch of game modes, including quality mode, performance mode, high frame rate quality, high frame rate performance, high frame rate quality, VSync, and high frame rate performance VSync. If you don't know what that stuff means, join the club. It just means that the game is going to be a whole lot prettier. And if you want to learn more about it, you can go ahead and click on the link available on our Twitter machine to tell you all of the fancy numbers and stuff. And then if you want to, you can tell me about it. But you have to describe it as if you're talking to a 6-year-old, because I have no idea what any of this stuff means. And finally, in our most prestigious segment within a segment. Not most prestigious. In the segment within a segment part of the show where we tell you what's out today, there's a couple of things. There's Paradise Killer, available for your PlayStations and Xboxes. Tunic, available for your Xbone, PC, and Mac. There's a Mac game out, folks. It's a day in history. And finally, Spring of the Island is available on your PC, but for the most prestigious award on our Gaming Morning Show segment of this thing we do right now, the name of the morning is Office Management 101, available on your PC. Warning to viewers and such, this actually may just be a college class that somebody accidentally put in this list. So be prepared for homework and for other things. So enjoy.
It is a bizarre name.
It's a really weird
name. Because then you go, yeah, it's like, oh, I passed, I completed, there you go, Office Management 101.
Yeah, I don't fully understand it, but we'll go with it.
Okay.
Go figure.
Do you have any nominees for Billy Thundergun Award today?
Well, it's not going to go to Downs. He ruined the Google
Downs
feud.
did not ruin Google feud.
Yeah, he ruined it pretty bad.
But Downs did answer Venga Boys when you were singing your song.
He did, but so did somebody else. Let's give it to Tracer. Yeah, Tracer has some really good information about Catalonia, that they want to be their own country. And she
Billy
had,
Thundergun, teammate of the match award.
Congrats, Tracer.
Okay. Tracer, winner of our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match award for your contributions today.
And Kate Zaid won the random award for typing an exclamation point winner.
Is that first runner up? Twice removed?
No, that's just the winner award for the exclamation point winner. It's our newest contest.
All right, chat. What are your takeaways that were pretty okay? We'll do that after Bob takes us to Clip of the Day.
Seriously? Can't any of you do anything yourself? Like, for real? I just have this tiny box. I never get shown in it anyway. Whatever. Fine, here it is. It's the Clip of the Day. Toot toot!
Dr. Bluetooth. Thursdays on
Dr. Bluetooth. I love it.
Wonderful.
Keith Anthony is here. Good morning to you, Keith. Thanks for being here.
Top of the moron.
I went to see one doctor, and I kid you not, the doctor opened Google on his desktop. Instant red flag, so I asked for a second opinion.
I will say, my cardiologist goes to Google a bunch, and it's not for anything medical, though. It's like they put me on some like low salt diet, so she went and like printed off some of that stuff. But yeah, if they open like WebMD, it's time to leave. Time to go. I think you're having a heart attack. I think I broke my pinky. No, maybe it's cancer. No, none of those. Sinus infection?
Did you just say that with a question mark? All right, there you go. If your doctor says things with a question mark at the end of the diagnosis, rethink your doctor.
Yeah, if the doctor's like, let's, or if they do the whole like, let's figure this out together. Like, no, that's why I pay you. Like, I'm not, no. Bad.
If I could figure this out on my own, I would take care of that.
I wouldn't be here. I could have saved a $60 copay and however many thousands of dollars you're going to charge my insurance.
You get suspicious of the person cheating when they look like a field reporter while taking a test. Yes, absolutely. So. All right, chat, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? Something you learned from today's show, and then we're going to send you over to Thunder Squid Thursday on Twitch playing Elden Ring. Maybe they'll catch on.
Is that a game? Is that game coming out soon?
I hope so. Maybe they'll have a chance to sell some copies. We'll see.
Also, if you need a good laugh, Kitboga is live.
Ooh,
Kitboga. You should check him out as well if you need a good pick me up.
$75,000 is what a Texas man earned from chasing telemarketers.
$75K.
Kitboga probably earns more than that just not scamming the scammers, but harassing the scammers.
Harassing the holy heck. There's a bunch of them now that will hang up when they recognize his voice, even when it's like adjusted for something else.
Thunder Squid Thursday. Join us for some laughs, adventure, distract yourself from the crushing waves of reality with some silliness and fun. You deserve a break, and together we can chill in the depths beneath them. So please say good morning from GMS. Look, it's Mike O. What did you learn on this daily morning radio show?
I learned that more people are interested in Catalonia than Looney Tunes by a good number.
When Reach for Comet Catalonia, his national anthem played back. Do 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 do.
Ooh,
nope.
Nice.
That is Looney Tunes.
Nice.
All right. I learned today that Look It's Mike O once cheated on a test by putting the answers in on a piece of paper inside Look It's Mike O's hat.
Right in the old hat. I would never cheat though. So, in theory, if I was to cheat. If you're gonna cheat, make sure you don't get all the answers right.
You gotta be. You gotta be on that.
You don't want the teacher to know. If you're like a C student and suddenly you get like an A+, no, it's not good.
All right, we'll do it again tomorrow. Join us tonight, GMS After Dark with Look It's Mike O. We'll talk wrestling with Rich Fan. That's coming up at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. And then we'll be back tomorrow as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. Chris and me, my takeaway is not to trust that you guy. For Austin, for Sean, for Mike, I'm Hefty Goof. Big thanks again, Graham Matthews, for joining us Wrestle Rant on Twitter. Mature audiences, as we send you over to Thunder Squid Thursday. Enjoy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.